should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, call my name. You understand, I wanna stay. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. That's my luck. If you want me, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, on my knees. You understand, I wanna stay. Cause I don't wanna stay while you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, still spinning inside your orbit. I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, cause I'm floating in your orbit. Pull me back, take my hand, call my name. You understand, I wanna stay. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. That's my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back,
how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, all of you? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. It is time for some 5v5 1v1 duels. Literally before doing this, I kind of took a nap. I woke up at 10 a.m., which isn't early for a lot of you. I get it, but for someone who goes to bed at like 5, 6 in the morning regularly, I need to fix my sleep schedule. I need to sleep my fixed schedule. That would be the sleep fix sleep. Yeah, exactly. I know, makes no sense. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me get the music back up and running here, boys. Bring it back in here. How y'all doing? That's a crispy. Is that a crispy haircut? I mean, I got a haircut a week or two ago now. Something like that. I think like a week ago, maybe. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen me with a cut, yeah, everything started fucking opening up. It's so goddamn good, dude. Oh, it's so short in the back and the sides. Ooh. The best part is when you get a haircut, fresh cut, right? Sides and the back are all short, and you can feel the wind. Woo. Creating goosebumps on the back of your head. Oh, that's so good. Holy shit. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope all of you are having a good one. We're gonna get it up and running with the duels for today. 5v5 1v1 duels as per the usual, boys. Let's not waste any time. Let's log on. Even get everybody in. It's been a month for me. Does that count? Oh my god, dude. The day you actually go get a cut, oh, is it gonna feel so fucking good, man. I woke up at 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, goddamn, man. Well, goddamn. Yeah, I don't know why. I had something to eat, and I was like, okay, let me work on a video. And it was a Boomkin video. And I was on this for like 2+ hours. I was like, shit, dude. And then I took a nap. I had to take a nap. And not really a nap. I kind of weaved in. I had a video. Like, I took my phone in the bed, and I just kind of laid there watching YouTube videos. But not really watching, but rather just like keeping the sound on. Just so I can kind of weave in and out of sleep. Weave in and out of consciousness. Just to make sure I don't fully fall asleep. But make sure I'm not like completely just awake and getting zero rest, right? So I'm just getting a little bit of rest. I'm more chilling in bed, hanging out. But more than anything, just... yeah, I think I made my point, right? Yo, my wife's on mine. It was still lockdown mostly. What conference video? Well, at least you got the job where you can be in lockdown. But man, at least you got wifey giving you a cut. Last time I gave myself a cut, dude. Oh shit, it did not work well. But I gave myself a cut. I had to cut my own hair. I just took clippers. I adjusted it to the biggest length that I had because a lot of them are mostly for beards. The clip, like the stops, what do you call them? The guards. Yeah, the guards. So most of the guards are for the beards, right? Because yeah, it was like a kit. But I took the one with the thickest guard and then just did the sides, did the back, and tried to take an inch off or two of the top. I still had the top way too fucking long and the sides, because I wasn't gonna try to give myself like a proper fade. I was just like, I wanted it short on the sides and the back. It's gonna look a little funky, but I just wanted shorter. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to look great, but it doesn't have to look terrible. Something simple, something quick, something clean. We got Krager, Hardwin, we got ourselves Athamed, we got ourselves Pelor. Alright, should we get Pelor and Krager first then? Because they were the first ones to respond, man. Let's hope we get some variety today, boys. I want to see some new names, new people, new gameplay, different specs, different builds, some new stuff, man. That's what I'm really looking for today. And Crippers. We're gonna get Cracker and Crippers in here. And who was the warrior last time? Only you. That was like... it was like an undead warrior. What is his name? The guy that kind of like just attacked a mage out of fucking nowhere. Who was it, man? Who was it? Athaman claps some people. Yes, dude, boys. What's up, Joe? Man, hope you having a good one, my dude. Execution? That's the guy, I think, Ken. We'll be on to watch out for him, man. We got ourselves Jawi. We got ourselves John McCran. Quentin. We got ourselves Deloa, Valerie, Claudia, Martin, Auntie. We got ourselves Mestro, Boy Type, Mortem, Todd, Glad. How you boys all doing? Hope all of you are having a good one. Trying to get an EU duel up and running. Pelor. Trying to queue him versus Kragar. Be sure you guys don't have LFG on for us to actually get the queues. Guess who's Atha? You guys will get to play against Azeroth eventually. I'm gonna just get you versus Krago because you guys were the first ones to hit me up with a reality message. And then we get Hardman versus Azeroth and we'll start mixing you guys around, yeah? Well, this makes you guys kind of random. What's going back to Shadowlands? I haven't played since WoD. It's too early to call, but I'm liking Shadowlands a lot. I think it's looking really good. Man, I had a sub, dude. I had a healthy fucking lunch today, dude. A really small breakfast, but a really quaint breakfast. Chick-fil-A breakfast. Felt kind of, I mean, it's toast and a biscuit. Like, it's not super unhealthy. And then a sub. Oh my god. Italian, dude. Oh, mwah. It was fucking great. Feel healthy, dude. I feel like I had some great fucking healthy fucking food. Pelor, Krager, I'm gonna kill you guys one more time. If that doesn't work, I'll try to get Pelor versus Hardwin, or maybe Krager versus Hardwin. Okay, do I need to go again? Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. Crippers and Krager should work, hopefully. Should work. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. It's not working. Are they the same group? I don't fucking know. Is there a way to join? Only friends. You guys are more than welcome to. If you guys want to join in 5V5 1V1 DUELS, Alex is looking for 4 out of 5. If you guys want to join Alex on EU, today is Friday. It is EU day. Go to player versus player, premier group, custom PvP into a fine group. Type in number 5, enter, and you'll see a group that's up and running. Catcher can make a group. We might need to get Cat in here, boys. I need to give Cat a proper go because we barely get to see Cat in these. Keishi Eridar is the lead. Who's Keishi? Who's Keishi? Is that Crippers? Pelor? Let me see. Pelor and still Crippers. No. Pelor, Kragar, reloaded? Alright, I'll try you guys again. I don't know what's going on. I might have to get Kragar or Pelor that worked. Okay. Hardwin, Atho, Alex, we're gonna get you guys up and running as soon as this duel is out of the way. I'm gonna try to go through these snappity snap, boys. Snappity snap. What's up, Chill? Easy, move to the States for our heads. Oh my god. I was thinking maybe we should try doing an NA Friday and Saturday EU. See how that works. But the thing is, NA is probably going to be mostly at work on Friday by the time I start these duels. Especially if you're talking, because I'm East Coast, right? 5 PM East Coast is fine. But if you are Mountain, Central, Pacific, you're probably still at work, school, whatever. I mean, I know it's summer, but it's like, our schedule's all kinds of fucked up. Let's be honest here, dude. Everybody been on lockdown. I'm not surprised if people have to go to work and not getting any fucking overtime and shit like that. You know what I mean? 3 PM here. Yeah, it's. I mean, how many of you guys are at work right now? How many of you guys know people around your area that is not East Coast that are probably at work or somewhere? Or is everything fucking closed still? Is everything actually fucking closed? Maybe we should try it. Twitch. We got ourselves Team Russian. We got ourselves. I'm gonna have a hard time saying through these names, but we got ourselves Kragar first up. We got ourselves Doom. I guess we're gonna call him Doom versus Transy. I guess. I don't know. Transy. I'm gonna call you Tran versus Doom. Doom getting hit with a leg sweep into a big old touch of death. That's going to be a big old roll out of there. Strand, try not to get locked down by the demon. Not a huge Dresso and a big old execute with the Reaping Flames. Mid the Reapers, Doom takes a big one. Massive damage back to Crippers as this man is just going in for huge damage. I'm surprised almost no bubble out of Crippers. Did trick it with a Shield of Vengeance. Could have been a down for the count with Doom and how fast he gets his damage up. Actually bubbled as soon as the Demon Hunter was out of CC. Crippers is still, I think, in a bad spot. If Doom hits him with the Reaping Flames, could land that execute right then and there. Looks like Crippers is paying attention to these boys. Actually got the reverse onto Doom instead. And that's going to be Meta up next as a survival hunter trying to get the big damage of the Crippers. Crippers jumping down below, trying to maybe catch himself a bit over a heal. Pet stun coming down and Meta dropping down the chain trick. And Crippers trying to see if he might be able to get rid of Muzzle. Is going to go for a Blessing of Protection. Still getting hit right through it as the grenades are all fire damage. Explosive damage. Even though I would have thought grenades would always be like a physical hit, honestly. I mean, I guess there's an explosion in there. I guess it makes sense. Akemia? Aki? Let's call him Aki. Aki gonna be up next as the Demon Hunter, trying to get some big damage on the meta. Is it gonna have the same damage as Doom though? Because Doom got himself a big yapper onto Tran fairly quickly. Freezing trap to put him on ice, but it's gonna be a thing for me. Just an appendage is gonna be eliminated. He got a little armored Pepe. Little armored Pepe. Hopefully that Pepe protects you, man. Protecting your head, but putting an armored Pepe on it. Meta, don't hit it. Don't go for the head, dude. Don't go for the head. He's got protection over there. Aki trying to see if he can get himself a bit of damage set up onto the Hunter. Stun getting tricketed out. That's going to be a stun back onto Meta. Popping and Tank Chicken trying to get himself a little bit extra survival going on here. Survival Hunter doing everything to survive. Trying to live up to his own spec. Freezing trap onto Aki to try to get himself a backflip. But looks like he's kind of just curled up. Pepe's just kind of confused. Like, what the hell's going on? This defies all logic and physics. Meta trying to see if he might be able to get himself into a camo. That's going to be able to sit long as Demon Hunter can hunt you out of it. That's going to be a stun onto Meta. Has a chicken back up, trying to go for a bit of a heal with Crucible, but looking like he doesn't have any health. Turtle Shell is available. Might be able to get himself a little bit of recovery. Does he go for Manic Bandages? He does play Manic Bandages. If he's able to get CC chains going onto Aki right now, he does have the CC chains ready. Can go maybe for a steel trap if he plays that. Maybe a pet stun available. I don't know if he has damage available either. I know that Survival Hunter can do quite a bit of burst, but they don't really burst in like a single big global wombo combo. It's gonna be Meta actually trinketing. What are you trinket? Was it a stun on Aki? Stunning the Demon Hunter, and it's going to be able to put them from a distance. The Demon Hunter barely taking damage from it. Another wall. Shield trinket coming down for Meta. It's going to keep him surviving just a little bit longer. So it's going to be a tank trinket back for Aki. Man, these EU boys are really... They're really try-harding this. I guess if you have a tank trinket, you can go for less versatility sometimes. That's going to be a freezing trap as Meta is continuing to just get good CC, recovering health little by little. As long as he's able to control Aki and not let Aki gain a lot of health back over time. But with Demon Form and the stun right now, I don't really know if you could truly stop it. Blur available for Aki is going to reduce some of the damage taken. And no dampening here yet. Big slappers coming out for the Demon Hunter. It's really going to be up to Meta to run around and hopefully get some sort of CC chains to lock Aki down to at least limit some of the damage and the self-heals the Demon Hunters can do as Meta dropping down to 50% health. Does he have a trade chicken coming up very, very soon? It's going to be Freezer Trap onto Aki. Still is going to be able to control it, but the train coming back up for Aki very, very soon. That's going to be his last Manic Bandages available as Meta. Unless he's able to survive this, he'll be in a bad spot. Turtle Shell not available. Probably going to have a tank trinket trying to just line away from the Twisted Appendage. And Aki is still in the chase. This Hunter is still surviving though, so you really got to give him credit. This is going to be tank trinket for tank trinket get it bursted. I'm not really sure if Aki really needed to, so maybe Meta can follow off of this now that Aki does not have the defensive. No more Metamorphosis, no more Blur. Is going to get yet another freezing trap on a reset, and Meta looks like he's going to be able to recover. Tooth and nail against the Demon Hunter. Might actually be able to make something happen here. It's going to be I-Beam out of Aki. Meta trying to make some distance with the Eagles flying at Aki. Blur available for the Demon Hunter yet again as it's such a short cooldown and is still able to catch up a little bit on health with a short Metamorphosis from Demonic. Meta is going to root Aki and try to see if he can get a hell away from him. Again, trying to wait out for maybe more CC that's going to be in prison. Probably has a freezing trap available here very, very soon. Aki should be aware of freezing trap. It's going to be Feign Death. Freezing trap is trying to see if he might be able to get himself some heals. Actually cannot. It looks like maybe his sped picked up a nasty dot that might have done AoE damage. Meta can't even recover in a camo. Going for a stun onto Aki. It looks like he's actually running on fumes on the defensives. No camo available. No proper resets available. The Demon Hunter might actually have him locked here unless a tank trinket is going to be coming up very, very soon as Meta is actually exposed for a little bit. Tank trinket up, but it isn't getting attacked right now by a Twisted Appendage from afar. Does send the pet to kill it. And that's actually going to be trinket completely burned through pretty quickly. Still has the freezing traps, Manic Bandages. If he's able to get those properly set up, Aki just does not have enough damage to really blast through him. This is where as a Demon Hunter, I would think you actually would want to go more burst damage. But if you're playing a very defensive build, you have good sustain, you are getting the pressure, but in a pure one-on-one versus Survival Hunter, that freezing trap on a short cooldown is always going to come back. So for Aki here, honestly just needs to have Meta make a misplay. That Twisted Appendage onto Meta while he is stunned though would be perfect. If he could get one of those or two of those to spawn on him while he's in a stun, that might be the way to beat him. Does have a trinket, can trinket if he wants to, letting Manic Bandages happen. has a trinket for the stun if he needs to. That's going to be a stun. Immediate trinket out of Aki as he's getting back on top of meta. The dampening is rolling into the 10%. Meta getting hit with a stun. Has a turtle shell back up. Aki still holding on to darkness. Looks like the hunter is kind of starting to get the demon hunter overpowered, but that's going to be double chain trinket coming up for the both of them. Meta having to pop himself in the turtle shell. That's going to be even more self heals available and possible. Went for manic bandage. Actually, it looks like he messed up the manic bandage there. Freezing trap onto Aki. Does land the camo. The camo breaks. Actually, might be an opportunity for Aki as Meta did not get the recovery he needed with no manic bandages. I'm not really sure what kind of damage over time ability he had on him, but something that must have been a magical dot that disrupts some big slappers coming down for Aki. And Meta actually just doesn't really have a lot of options here. It looks like this man might be out of options. Done for the run, and down he goes. Aki with the sustained damage was able to outperform the hunter, and the hunter also didn't make a mistake. He made a critical mistake that caused him the loss. Big stun onto Aki right now. Scrum is going to be up next as an Holy Demon Hunter. Aki getting double stun from the Death Knight to a pet stun. Dropping darkness, trying to see if he might be able to cleave through the darkness. He has the metamorphosis, only 60% dampening. Does not have a way to fly up in the air. Does have a tank trinket activated. AMS available for Crom. I don't know if Crom is playing a tank trinket himself or not. There's going to be a full meta for Aki. He's going to have himself a bit more longevity as long as he doesn't get locked down. It looks like he's actually starting to overpower Crom little by little. Crom holding down to one big defense. He's trying not to use it just yet. As soon as Deathback comes out, he might be in a bad spot. Deathback is here. That's where Aki needs to get aggressive, trying to stabilize and trying to stay on top of Crom, as Crom is just trying to see if he can outrun Aki. Trinkets out of the stun. Fully necrotic out. Short stun. Trying to play like a hunter, but he might just die to the procs, and down he goes. And Krager is going to be up next. Second to last Fury Warrior on Team Blue. And Aki is just going to take that momentum of a demon form right into Krager. They can just go on from one guy to the other. This could be the game. Krager is going to have a bit of a... I think he's outmatched by Demon Hunter in a pure 1v1. Demon Hunters with Blade Dance, with constant stuns, Metamorphosis with a heal from doing damage where it's more consistent, and the hit and run strategy. Krager really needs to just kind of sustain damage Aki, and if he cannot bloodthirst nearly as much, that's the only thing that heals him. While Aki can use a variety of damage and abilities to heal themselves, and Leech in order to buff any kind of abilities that heal him, also buff all those heals because of Leech. 25% dampening. Krager is gonna really have to play this very carefully. We don't know if he has a disarm or if he has a reflect. He might need one of those or two. Does get interrupted into Aki on the I-beam. And look like he actually is starting to get some pressure. Aki is going to backflip for a second. Looks at Krager is starting to play a little bit of this hit and run. Waiting out until the demon form is down for the demon hunter. Then he's willing to re-engage. Still holding on to enrage regen. Aki does have a lot of mobility. Is trying to catch up to Krager. Stormbolt is available. Is going to trinket for it, but Krager is super low. Might have to activate enrage regen. Still holding on to commanding shout if anything. So worst to worst, he still has that answer. Trinket's out. I'm not really sure what he trinketed just now. Was that a stun? I blinked away for a second and I just saw it, didn't see it. Disarm coming out onto Aki as they do get metamorphosis. Still going to be a couple globals sank while meta is up, so that's a lot of healing. Krager still actually surviving without really needing to use enrage regen. Trying to see if he might be able to finish this game with recklesses. Dropping down, Stormbolt onto Aki after right before hitting him with a crucible, and that could be execute right here. Aki popping in tank trinket. Krager going for a fear, trying to get a charge heal off of Aki. Tank trinket is still holding strong. I-beam coming up. Krager actually super low in health, trying to go for a leap. Again, trying to deny the use of enrage regen. Commanding shout coming out as he's just getting procced on. Might have to enrage regen here if he wants to survive this one. He might not have himself a good position to fight the next challenger, but at least he might be able to beat Aki here. Does get a charge, massive heal. Aki's still not in the fight. Stormbolt could lock it down. The Crucible right after. Maybe an execute to follow. Disarm so Aki can't really respond. Still getting the slappers. Darkness coming in clutch and still might be able to come out as a top. Stone onto Krager does take him out. Aki taking down Krager. He's sucking up his soul. And Tan is going to be up next versus Aki. And Aki, I think, must have just... I mean, you just used every cooldown versus Krager. I mean, maybe you could just run away and reset. Did quite a bit of slappers onto Tan. That's going to be a Stormbolt catching Aki, but Tan cannot charge rod to him. There's going to be a couple of globals that he just does not have. Stun onto Tan. He trinkets out of it. Aki popping in tank trinket. Could somehow maybe survive this if they have Metamorphosis coming up very, very soon. They might be able to do something. Nope. Going to be an execute out of Tan. And it's either going to be Sael or it's going to be Mary. It looks like Mary is going to get attacked first, and Sael having to back up against the Paladin and the Druid. Didn't really coordinate this at all. And Sael, I saw you. You're being nice about it. I understand you probably had to go first, but Mary ended up going. Sael, if they see you in the group, make sure you get your proper role, man. If you win the role, you go in. You have to stand your ground. You have to do it first. You have to be the first one out of the gates. But I appreciate, I know it's kind of confusing. Tan, try to see if you might be able to survive the Paladin's burst. Shield Avenger is still available. Try to see if you can land a fear. It's going to be a charge, small heal, and Tan is going to be going down as Mary with a bubble. Not a lot you can really do about it. Who had the most kills there? Was it Aki? Aki came in with so much damage in such a short time to the play. Literally blessed. Why are their numbers so much bigger than everybody else's? Do they run like gushings or something? Hold on. No, they really did so fun to shoot them up. Dude, look at this. Look at his damage compared to everybody else. His bar is just so much bigger than everyone's. His bar is huge. You got Trail of Ruin, lethal strikes since everybody's low. Stars, doing 26% of someone's health. Because those are not proper numbers. They're like percentage based. Lots of slappers. Trail of Ruin. No, a little bit of gushings, but not to the point where it's disgusting. And you didn't really get a lot of mind flays, but they were there almost, I think, to get everybody to spend a GCD, right? Is that what it was? That was a good one, man. That was a good one. Let me get this saved, and let's get Hardwin and invite spectator match. Let's get Hardwin and Athaman. And then we can get Alex versus, I guess, Pelor. Pelor says 5 out of 5. Pelor, are you swapping groups at all? Pelor, swap a couple people, man. Swap a couple people. You and Krager sometimes just get same old, same old. Just open the group up. Let's get some new, fresh new faces, fresh new blood in here. I think it'd be great, man. I think it'd be great. Swap by people that already get to play. Because I think your team has the Druid that didn't get to play. Keep the Druid. Keep that Paladin at the end. Keep those guys. You know what I mean? Got his healing. Actually, it won't let me show healing. Because when I do a spectator match... And when I have a spectate damage or healing, I can only do one, right? It'll only capture one, unless I have both of the, unless I make a separate window. Maybe I should make a separate window. Okay, after this, I'll make a separate window for healing. How does that sound? Because it only will record it while the window's up. So I'll make a separate window so we can look at it later. How does that sound? I'll do this after, because my mouse is like gone right now for the spectator mode, and I kind of like when it's gone. Alright, boys, what is this? 260? 262, 3, 4, 5, 3. Is it 270? No, 268, dude. EU with a 268th duel. How you boys all doing? EU? Oh, I think somebody is trying to get added into the EU duels, boys. I'll be able to let them get in here and get a rundown. Alright, I also gotta change my mix, man. I gotta get the duels mix. Yeah, duels playlist. Here we go. This song is good. I like this one. But we gotta get back to the OG, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Switch. Illidan, it looks like he's already getting wrecked by who? We just set up the audio. It looks like Tutorelli? What? Tuto? I'm gonna call him Tuto. That's close enough, right? Tutorelli. There's gonna be a big old female Tauren. What the what? Put some clothes on. Is it? Are you actually wait? I think you are wearing clothes. I think that's the Tauren heritage armor. Even though it looks like you're just going in for a skinny dipping. Honestly, but this is actually doing some damage to Illidan. Gonna be a stun onto the Demon Hunter. Chickens out of it immediately. There's gonna be wings for the holy cow. As long as he doesn't get a cast. What? What? He has such a good opener onto the Demon Hunter. And how does that turn around? Gonna be cheap shot DR fully as Yara. Gonna be up next. Popping a tank trinket as a rogue. Disgusting. Tank trinkets on a rogue, man. Now that is actually disgusting. Rogues are already pretty annoying for the duels, right? But a rogue with a tank trinket? Disgusting. It actually is, dude. It's nasty as hell. He's playing, I want to say he's playing dirty, but he's playing to win. So can you honestly blame him? Popping a cloak as he's trying to get off from the Demon Hunter. Trinket, it's something. Not really sure what. I guess it was a stun altercation where Yara decided to trinket. But it means next setup is actually going to be harder for them. Looks like Illy is going to be slowed down with the crippling poisons. The assassination rogue should be able to get away from him every single time. Shadow meld for Illy, going in for a spectral sight in case he wants to be able to see Yara. Yara's just going to sit behind the pillar and get himself quite a reset. Playing assassination rogue, he's perfectly fine waiting until the dampening. It's only going to make the wound poison even stronger. Or better yet, at 20% dampen, he could just go for deadly poison, do more damage. Illy looks like he's going to be able to tag him out in the open, but doesn't get him in doesn't get him maybe in combat. But it's going to be kidney shot, short by Yara. That's going to be Illy catching him in a stun with a blade dance to follow. It's going to get a sipping cup. It's going to be a big hero strikes coming out with the shank trigger getting forced out by the rogue, and Illy is just going to CC him for a second, tossing on the bike. I think as the tank trinket is about gone. And try to see if he can stay up on the rogue. No blind, no trinket available for this blind. So Yara is looking to get himself a full reset here. Next stun luck for Yara could be really bad. Does get a sap onto Illy. It looks like he still has dots rolling. Is Yara going to try to run away? Trying to first aid himself, not getting a lot of healing. Looks like he might actually just stay in there. Gonna get dots up and running onto Illy with a cheap shot to follow. Getting all the dots, getting the shot. It looks like he's actually just going to go for more kiting right after. I see a lot of assassination rogues go kiting, man. And I just sometimes don't understand it. But it looks like he's just going to try to see if he can avoid Illy, as he did get himself a little bit of that sizzle rolling with the immolation aura. Yeah, Yara is just looking for a complete reset. I think he's just waiting for his cooldown to back up, trinket, maybe even cloak. Having a crippling poison with a, what, 60% slow is quite nutty. But he's going to get hit with a stun in the opener. No trinket available for this one. It's going to be Illy catching him in no double stun. Big chaos strike. Did he pop that tank trinket while stunned, or did he just pop it coming out of a stun? What was that? Can you pop it while stunned? Because if you can pop it while stunned, because I don't use the PvP the tank trinket. I use the bike and a dress, and that's about as dirty as I can get. As a rogue, I really should get myself a tank trinket. Honestly, I should get myself a mythic version of the tank trinket. We are doing Azeroth with our guild anyway. And eventually every tank is going to have a mythic tank trinket. And eventually I could just be like, yo, somebody has a tank trinket, you want to pass it to me? Just for funsies? That could be nutty, right? Imagine now with the rogue with a tank trinket, double sipping cup, you will be a god amongst men. Actually unbeatable, stack a lot of Versa, actually never die. Actually never die. Finally going to be some big damage out of Yara as he spent... Never mind. This man is back to the running. His first strat, run. Defensives, run. Offensives, even when he's trying to do damage, he's just running. He's like a whole vendetta into the guy, put some dots, and then ran. Are you a feral druid? Are you trying to bleed this man out or something? What? Tricky coming out for Yara and going for a cheap shot onto Illidan. As Illidan did get a stun. Another kidney shot with a Reaping Flame, and is going to go for more running. Did this rogue get some Taco Bell prior to this? Because he got the runs. By getting thrown at Yara. Looks like Safeguard, or Tank, I won't call it Safeguard because it looks like a shield, right? But it looks like the tank trick might have probably absorbed that bike, or maybe didn't absorb it towards the end. That's going to be a sab. Does get Yara caught in a dot, and I think that's going to keep Illy in combat, maybe. Maybe Yara can still get a combat. Looks like he did get out of combat for a reset. He looks like Illy doesn't have any trinkets, so maybe this go might be the last one. If he's going to even... Are you going to... Is this over? Ah, it's over. Well, Yara took him out. I wonder if this man is running a mastery build, because if he's going for a bleed heavy playstyle, like bleed him and run, I really hope he is playing master. You know, he's probably playing Versa, probably playing Gushing for all we know. We'll find out in a little bit, yeah? Next up is going to be Luby up next. Is he going to love, what's the name, Luby? Lubitel is a lover. Is he going to love this rogue running spree? He is bursting into the tank trinket, which absorbed quite a lot of the wings damage though. And the thing is, oh. What? Are we back? I think we're back. Letting a kidney shot even through the leg. This man trying to get the dots up and running to Luby, and he's still trying to get the runs, man. He's still trying to run the hell out of there. Yeah, Yara is just going to continue running. What the hell? Forest. He's just Forrest Gumping it out of here, man. Luby tried to see if he might be able to get next to him. I actually had a Shield of Vengeance. I'm surprised the Shield of Vengeance didn't tag the rogue that are there, because that shield popped as the rogue pressed sap. I'm actually surprised. I guess Rogue maybe had a shield of his own, and Shield of Vengeance didn't really pop through it too much, or too hard. He's gonna have to pick up the eyes again. We are at 11% dampening. The Rogue is still on the run. I repeat. Call up the squad cars. The Rogue is on the run. I repeat, the Rogue is on the run. Over. It's going to be a stun onto Yara with Wings coming up. It's going to trick it out of it with a tank trinket immediately. Actually, it's going to be Wings bursting through the tank trinket fairly quickly. Evasion up and running for Yara as he's trying to get the dots back up and running onto Luby. I think he's trying to get himself maybe a kitten shot. Trying to get some poisons. And there he goes. Get the crippling poison onto the Paladin. It's going to be able to sprint out of there. Probably has a kitten shot available here very, very soon. Bubble coming out for Luby. Unless Yara, does he have advantage? She actually did catch a re-stealth for a second. No advantage available. And it's perfect opportunity for Luby to maybe log down Yara if at all possible. Does hit him with the execute sentence, but Yara hasn't gotten hit with a slow. As long as he's able to trade slows with Luby, he'll be ahead of the competition just about every single time. This man is actually just playing the long game. Because Assassination Rogue isn't really designed to be a dot class like that. So this man is cheesing. Unless he actually has a build for this, I think it's cheesing. But I would love like a dot heavy build. Maybe looking at this, maybe now I'm starting to give it against like a dot heavy rogue build. Because that's all rogues will do, just dot you up and run away, right? It's going to be tank trinket available for Yara. No trinket available after this though. That's going to be Wings damage with big Templars up onto Luby. Yara is going to sprint the hell out of there. Has the honor talent of momentum in order to give him the extra mobility and freedom from any of the slows. Looking like he actually wants to go for a full reset yet again. And Luby just has limited amount of mobility to catch up to the Rogue. That's a first aid. Does he get to whiff him out? He does not get to whiff him out in the open. Maybe he could have hit him with a Divine Storm or something. But it's going to be a big old Envenom into Luby. Getting a shot onto the Paladin. Does have a Hand of Freedom. Maybe might be able to tag the Rogue. Does hit him with a Hand of Hindrance. The Rogue does have a Trinket. Oh, actually trinket in 10 seconds. Does have advantage. Does have a cloak. Cloak coming in. Actually hitting Luby with the Reaping Flames. Trinket available very, very soon. Does Luby go down to the dots here? This could be really, really bad for him though. Vanish. Bob coming in for Luby. Maybe a little too early. Does get to clip the Rogue for a second. Barely has any health. Evasion up for the Rogue. Luby needs to use whatever damage that cannot be evaded. The Rogue has a Shadow Step available. Get the shot. I think he actually might have Luby here in the dumps. I think he's taking him out. He was tank trinket coming in just to give himself a little bit extra defensiveness. The dots are melting him. The next is going to be Athame getting a nice little buff by watching another Paladin die. He actually does get himself a slight damage buff increase for a moment. That's going to be Adaptation coming in clutch. But Yari is going to be able to get a kidney shot onto Atha and still be able to get out of there scot-free. Dude, what is this Rogue cheese? I mean, we've seen Rogues catch a lot of resets, right? But this is the cheesiest man ever. Get this man in a bag of Cheetos, man. What the hell? This man is a true cheesemaker. Get this man a Cheez-Its partnership. It looks like Yara is going to go down to Atha. Eventually, the Rogue does run out of cooldowns. Eventually. You just don't have enough damage. A Rogue using a Azoth tank trinket. I wonder what his other tank trinket, what his other trinket is. Because an Azoth trinket, what do you roll with that? A versatility probably, yeah? That's going to be Greater Fate, a Greater Pyro onto Atha with a ring and another Greater Pyro out of Lack. Who's going to go for big damage. Mali to follow onto Atha. Popping Shield of Vengeance trying to survive through the Mali. Cannot heal himself for a little bit. Lack does have a blink available if he needs to. Wants to maybe blink and disrupt Atha if possible. Does send him their way. Looks like he's actually going to be going the long way around Atha. Trying to see if he might be able to get some damage from afar. It's going to land a Poly into Atha. It's going to be Adaptation. It's going to be Repoly into a G-Pie. Probably a big meteor coming up. But Lack is going to go for a... Oh, getting him with a stun. Blink. Normal blink out of a Hammer of Justice. So has a trinket still for future CC if any needed. And Atha is taking quite a bit of damage. Could be a bop right now for Atha. Has a Hand of Freedom. Needs to do as much damage as possible and heal yourself whenever you can versus the Mage. As the Mage is trying to spell steal all the abilities from Atha. Lack is taking a bit of damage. And that's going to be G-Pie. That's going to be a Cauterized Aspect to follow Atha and make sure you don't get interrupted on your flashlight. This is going to be very important. Lack can still go for a huge damage setup. Now that Atha, especially now that he doesn't have a trinket. Bubble available if needed. But it looks like Lack might actually just try to see if he can bail out of there. Got himself an Invis. Might be able to go himself for a bit of food. Wait until another breath is available. He's going to have to wait for the DR of the Polymorph. But Athaman is on the chase. Actually, Lack is still Invis. Now he's popping out. Athaman, if he's quick enough, he might be able to catch up to him. There he goes. Breath trying to come out for lag. Does get the breath. Does he go for the poly? Is that DR'd yet? Poly coming out. There's going to be a blink out of that though. Temporal up and running too. Lag actually decided not to go for a polymorph. Is going to get interrupted. Does he have the ring of frost? He could go for a ring. It's going to be Atho hitting him with a crucible right after. Poly into Atho. Adaptation procced. It's going to hit him with a crucible. That's my doing of dot damage. Lag trying to go for big combustion. Zazzing himself a shield for a second. Blinking away from Atho. Refreshing that shield. But just not enough damage against the Athoman. With like a billion versatility. And Romaster's going to be up next to the Subtlety Rogue. I do like that play. Big bite coming out to Atho. That is going to force out a bubble out of the Palo. Romaster going in for Death and Decay. Death from above. Just maybe a little bit early. As we hit on the 12-minute mark, boys. 45% dampener blind onto Atho's. Romaster's looking to romance Atho out of here. Big blood of the enemy coming in as he's trying to get himself big eviscerates. Is that going to be enough? Though looks like the eviscerates are not really doing the work. Shield of Vengeance is up for Atho. And Remaster does have himself evasion. Bop is still available for Atho. He might still be able to make something work here unless Remaster is playing Reaping Flames. And then Atho might want to bop early. Bop as high as you can so then you don't get low enough with Reaping Flames. And then get executed. Hydra to Remaster, he does trick it out of it. Big temples from Atho. Huge damage to follow. Cheap shot onto Atho. Vanish available for Remaster. Looking like he actually wants to eliminate Atho right now. Has a bop and does take him out. No! And that's going to be a Crucible 1, Crucible 2 by Alfera. Doesn't really get the damage on Atho. Actually gets hit with a hand of hindrance. And Atho looks like he's going to be able to get away 50% dampener. How is this man going to survive this? Does get interrupted on a heal. I think is going to be down for the count. No, he still has that hand of hindrance from the Blade of Justice. If Atho can get himself more self-heals, he'll might be in a decent spot. Stunned by Alfera. It's going to be adaptation procking. More slows onto this man. He's just slow forever. Atho just has an answer for all those mobility classes. The Hand of Freedom or Hand of Hindrance just does work. And this might be it actually here. Atho could be down for the count. I think it might be over. Hydra to Alfera needs to get himself heals immediately. Interrupted. I think it's going to be down for the count unless Atho still has something for it. Flash of light. Try to see if you can flash the light through the pain at 54% dampening. Jane Zar is going to be up next. Looking like Jane Zar wants to finish off Alfera immediately. Hitting him with a little bit of that imprison into an I-beam. Not clipping him, but it looks like he was in prison where UCC within a prison rather than kind of like one of the prisons where you're unable to do damage or they're unable to get healed. So like a hard CC in prison. Not a destroying, but like banish. Big dress by Janezar with a back-to-back Sun of Feller. I think he's just going to be down for the count. And that's going to be true Team Atho with Yara. What was that cheese? With Atho taking 3 kills. What was that cheese? What was that cheese? I don't understand, dude. I don't get it. That rogue was too cheesy. Cheesy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. No even fire destroyed red. That mage wasn't great display of that. I think he didn't plan on Atho having an adaptation. I think that did mess him up a little bit. Because he would have had, maybe if he played Shimmer, it might have been easier too. I think that would have helped too. And if he would have gotten for a poly into Greater Pyro, another ring Greater Pyro with some burst with a Meteor, I think he would have had more finisher potential. But that also means you have to play like a pure god. Just give him another shot, man. Next one, he'll definitely do it. Mkeshi Battle Tag, Ki, Su, Ke. Okay, I got another person trying to add me. Oh, I don't know if they have a group or not. It is K-E-I-S-U-K-E. It's like some anime ass name, dude. That's like a name of a main character protagonist who's surrounded by bitches with big titties. I like it. K-Su-K. Russians are like K-Suka? Suka? Did I hear Suka? Did I hear her right? Hey, man, what's up, Pikachu? How you doing, my man? Do you have a group? Did I miss you already? K-E-Y. Okay, I'll look for letter K. K-E-Y. S-U-K-E. No, not Suka. Suke. Like some Japanese shit. Anime shit, boys. I know somebody in chat just scoffed. Huh. I don't know what that means. You know what I mean. You'd know what I mean. Every one of y'all motherfuckers watch Pokemon. Don't lie. Fuck, am I blind? Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Yes, I'm asking one if you over scroll me. God damn it. Okay. Oh, okay, boys. Okay. Chat, help me. Help me. Chat, if I skip him, say go back. Just in all caps, go back if I skip him. Okay, I'm looking. My eyes are a little bit blurry and watery. Kid. I'm looking for letter K. Top 30%. Dude, I wasn't even top 10% of my school. Like, I don't even, I can't count. Crypto. I can't blink, otherwise I'll miss it. You guys didn't say go back yet. Okay, we're good. The chat didn't say go back yet, so we're okay. Female. A girl in WoW? Never. A goblin? No, that's real. Goblins in WoW? Real. Oh, hey, there it is. But girls? Never. Chomp, does he have a group? We got 3? Okay, I'll put you up here. Let's get you... I think Pelor wants to go versus Alex. We'll get Chompa here until we have a group. I guess Hardwin or Krager will play against... yeah. I guess we go to Pelor. Unless Keisuke got a group? Do you have a group? Do you have a group or not? I'll put you here if you don't... I'll put you here if you don't have a group. 5? Oh, you got a group? Oh, Pelor, I'm so sorry, man. I'm gonna have to have you sit out if Keisuke got a... later, man. If he got a group. And Alex. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Glad I got you. Alright, thanks, chat. I think it's Seawork is Blink really awesome to see. Dude, Seawork is the fucking boy, dude. I want to do some arenas with Seawork sometime. If Seawork just stop caring about 3s, I want to do some 3s with him. So we can just, like, drop our rating and just, like, farm it. Derek's Bride? Catch her again, my man! My boy! He back! He back! Oh, my God! My boy. My boys, I miss you. We got a lot of Russians here, man. Not only a regular crew here. What the hell's going on? Switch. We gotta get Tasty back in here. We gotta get Prox back in these. Know what I'm saying? We got also Team Blue with your favorites. We got Dirks, Brian. We got Keishi. Yeah, Keishi's also your favorite. We got the boy Katsuka. We got Zeka and Francuska. Frenchie. You call him Frenchie. Yeah, Pharaoh's be out of cat from Melissa Doolin, please. Thank you so much. Keishi, you're an example. Zeka, can you be out of cat from Melissa Doolin? Appreciate it. Also out of South, we're seeing Blue. We got Jig, we got us as Christina, we got us as Lancelot, Loopy Hunt, we got us as Sadist. Oh, I didn't expect a name like Sadist. French, you get an attack. Oh, the name is Francuska, which is like French-ish, French-y, French. I call him Frenchy. Is this Russian word for like French? Maybe it's a name? We'll call him Frenchie. Just because it's close enough. Actually, it looks like it's going to be Christina. Oh, did he not get knocked out? I think he got knocked out of the AOE, but Frenchie didn't see him. Did pop wings for that one, though. Christina got himself big damage rolling. He's just sparking for damage, man. He's ready to go. Trinket for Frenchie. Gonna get a trick out of Christina with that Hodge. Getting ransacked, though. So thorns are up and running. So Frenchie got wings, but he can't hit into them. Could be a skull pass. I think Frenchie's down for the go. Oh my God. Getting torn to shreds by Christina. It's actually Christine Q&A. But we call him Christina just because it makes it easier. You guys gotta remember who's doing these duels. My name is Dal. My brain hurt. Zeka is gonna be up next. There's gonna be catfight. Literally. Christina gonna be down on Trinket. Does not play Renewal, unlike Zekan, who plays Renewal. Double Wall. Well, I guess I can't really sound for it. And Shadowland's gonna be Barskin on Wall, with Wall being a 3-minute cooldown instead of 4. I think it might be better. Maybe. That's gonna be Christina packing up the eyeball, and this is gonna be able to see Zeka and out. Both of them are barrel form right now, just chilling. That's gonna be a bike thrown to Christina, walling the bike. Thorns are up and running as Zeka wants to go for damage too. Got a wall of his own. Looks like these two are gonna have some big damage post wall. That's going to be Zekan popping in towards of his own. Christina got the bleeds though, and all he needs to do is now kiter on Zekan, let the dodge to work. Zekan not even going defensively, still trying to stay aggressive with Christina, turning around with a re-stealth and a rake, open a badge, follow into Christina, but Zekan did have to burn a trinket in order to get himself out of that CC. That's going to be twisted appendage taken out by one or the other. Big buy by Christina onto Zekan with a dress to follow. Zekan not in a good spot, double crucible to follow. That's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. And looking like he wants to turn around and maybe finish off Zekan right now. Zekan did not stop at all to just get himself even a single heal. Maybe when he had a moment where Christina was running away from him, should have healed. That's going to be Christina getting the second bike by Keshi this time, as Keshi got even more burst ready to go. Christina took quite a bit of damage, but he is taking the time as Keshi is out of stealth to catch a heal or two. And it's going to be a bear form. Popping in Thorns and cat form should be able to respond back to Keshi. That's going to be a main with the Reaping Flames. No! That's a lot of damage. And Keshi wanted to go in for the kill there with that trinket. He did not want to be outmatched by Christina. Christina had the run, had the fill. Bash and the Jig is going to trick it out of it. Seeing Keshi low, he's looking like he wants to maybe engage and finish out the fight. Double wall still available for Keshi, but no trinket available though. Jig, perfect opportunity to get some big burst damage out. Didn't quite get the most amount of damage in that moment. As Keshi is now going to be able to get a wall, and that should set him up for a little bit of counterplay against Jig now, as he's going to have extra mastery to burn for big bleeds and big bites. It's going to be another stun by Jig, and Keshi is going to be fully DR. Perfect opportunity right now for you to catch up some heals and get some big damage. It's going to be a big maiming to Jig with a Reaping Flame and a dress to follow, as he's just going to cycle yet another wall. Expect for Jig to go counter-offensive. And Keshi's going to be able to respond right after. That's going to be yet another stun to Keshi. Fully DR'd. Not worry about stuns at all. That's going to be Jig popping in more cooldowns. Jig haven't popped any defense whatsoever though. Has darkness. Has blur. Looking like she was just supposed to eliminate Keshi out of the fight right now. But Keshi does catch some line of sight behind the pillar. And Blur finally coming out for Jig. Keshi needs to catch up. A proper opener does not get a proper opener. Oh, it's a Jig, but still might be able to take it here. Does go for the brutal slashes without bash and taking them out. Is going to be able to catch himself at least a heal. But looks like Loopy is playing Beastmaster Hunter. Getting the pet sicked in. And does take him out with a couple kill commands. Katchika is going to be rolling in next. Get himself massive pikes. Ready to fight versus Loopy Hunter. It's going to be a stun by Loopy. And as a Beastmaster Hunter, I don't really know if you could actually make that... Like, nobody plays Beastmaster Hunter in high-end arena. So I wonder if it's possible to play BM and just, like, actually dominate. It probably is. Right? Maybe? I guess we'll see if Loopy Hunter can come close. But Katrikan is a mean healing machine. Every Bloodthirsty cast is just going to keep him healed up to full. He's actually just denying the Dire Basilisk the whole time while attacking Loopy Hunt's pets. That's going to be a playthrough to heal from. Actually, one of the pets does get cleaved down. The second pet could be super low in health. Loopy Hunt having to go for a Turtle Shell. And Katrikan just turns his attention onto the pet immediately. Revive pet coming out for Loopy Hunt. And Katrikan is already there decimating those pets as soon as he sees them. That's going to be Loopy Hunt rotating even more defensive. Survival of the Fittest getting rotated right now, and probably has Aspect of the Wild right now. Yeah, is that what it is? Because it's still on fire, unless it's Bestial Wrath. It probably is Bestial Wrath, honestly. I thought Bestial Wrath will make you all red. I guess it makes you red for a little bit. Stun into Cat. It's gonna be Freezing Trap reflected by Katrikan. Oh, what? Twice? Was that reflected twice? What? Did it reflect twice? What was that? Warstone by Cat. Look at the land and executed. Down it goes. Oh my god, this warrior is on another level. And Sadis is going to be up next as a survival hunter. He looks kind of brutal. He got a Magar look, dude. He got a massive, what is it, Whirlwind Axe? It looks like a Whirlwind Axe. But he's going to play that survival hunter. Getting the dots up and running into Cat is going to be reflective over for Cat. Now Sadis knows he can get himself a full freezing trap on the Katrikan. Again, Bladestorm out. Knows he can go for a traps on the Cat without any issue. But it looks like Cat actually eliminated Sadis' pet. He's going to have to go for a pet revival. He's actually could get interrupted on a pet revival. It's going to be a trap right here. No stun available for Cat. Sadis does get a whole new pet up and running. But Sadis taking quite a bit of damage right now himself. Getting hit with the disarm. Not a lot he can really do. He still has grenades and has poisons that he can maintain onto Katrikan. And kill commits can still go through with no weapons. and does get the weapon back to send some eagles flying with the aspect of the eagle. Kachika actually had a really good play there. I was surprised he killed that pet as fast as he did. That's going to be Kachika trinketing out of the freezing trap, and Sadis is going to bail out of there. Kachika focus his attention on the pet, does get a leap for a second, so Sadis might be able to go for a war stomp if he wants to lock him down. But Sadis does get himself a little bit of I don't think it was a heal. It looked like it was a pet heal like a Beastmaster Hunter, but I know it wasn't. It was something else. It was is that... What is that? It's not Master's Call, is it? It's not Sacrifice either. Maybe that pet can actually use a heal. But he's getting like some green lines around him as if he gets a rejuve. Maybe it's a trinket? But Kachika looking like he's actually going to still continue the fight with Sadist. They are playing very much cat and mouse versus reflect and getting a freezing trap off. This is going to be a stun to cat. No answer for the survival hunter right now. Is going to be able to get out of that stun and got himself rampage rolling charge onto Sadist, expecting a freezing trap, but not landing that reflect. Sadist did have his pet eliminated yet again, and Kachika is able to effectively take out the pet. That is also going to give him victory rushes every time he kills the pet. So that's quite a huge, significant percentage healing. That's just what Bloodthirst can do. Charge on the Sadist. He does go for feign death for a second in order, I guess, to avoid the root effect from Kachika's charge. That's going to be disarmed for a second. Kachika started to build up a little bit of pressure. That's going to be reflect. So now Sadist knows he can throw down a freezing jump onto Cat without any issue. That's going to be fear. Sadist does trick it out of it. Trying to go for Manning Bandage. Kachika could definitely interrupt it. Sadist can go for freezing trap, but Kachika still has Blade Storm. War Stomp coming out. Sadist might not have an answer for it. Did sit in the stump for just a second, but Kachika was still more focused on the pet. That's going to be freezing trap. Maybe not. Sadist super low. Needs to get that freezing trap. Has to go for Eternal Shell to get the pet. Revive off. Could not use a freezing trap. I guess maybe Kachika might have gotten it. Blade Storm reflected or something. Or Blade Storm immune. Sadist popping in one acceleration heal as best possible. Kachika runs at Sadist, then runs away, making it harder for the hunter to figure out where he wants to place his freezing trap. Because if he places it on himself or places too far out, Kachika could be out of it immediately. But that is going to be a camo, and Kachika is going to have to go for another reset. The longer this camo lasts, the better this is going to be for Sadist, but I'm kind of interested in seeing this back and forth. Survival Hunter has so much crowd control for 1v1 duels that it's crazy. You can just kind of dot up the enemy and rot him down. Plus, the cooldowns and the damage you do is actually quite sustainable. Substantial, I guess is the better word, honestly. And Zed is going to get the dots up and running onto Cat, throwing in nades from afar, expecting for Cat to maybe get a charge. He's trying to figure out if he wants to go for a freezing trap or not. Try to trick out Cat with that tar trap. Disarm onto Sadist. Are they unable to disarm or unable? Are they unable to drop traps from the disarmed? I'm not sure if they can or cannot. I think it's only when they're silenced, because technically at one point it counted as a magical ability. That was a nice reflect for Sadist with a trap. No pet available for Sadist. Actually trying to see if he might be able to get the pet back. Fear by Cat, waiting until he might be able to get that interrupt onto Sadist. Sadist got himself a little bit of time left until maybe a freezing trap could be down for the hunter. Actually has to fight for his life, trying to see if he can disengage it down. He goes not. A feigned death. Not a drill. That was a real death. And Lancelot is going to be up next. Kachika going for the slow of all those pets. Enrage Regeneration finally coming out for Cat as he's getting surrounded by the army of the Scourge. Getting again more slows to Lancelot. Has a perfect opportunity for him if he needs to get a charge, heal off of any of the pets that are far enough apart where you can get a nice charge and a beefy heal. Reflect available for Cat. I guess some of the magic damage from Lancelot or any of the caster pets. Kachika still landing a charge on Lancelot as he's completely out of juice. Only AMS available as a defensive. Trying to run Cat into whatever damage he can. AMS coming in as a last form of desperation. Sees Cat on fire. Hoping that's fire damage. It's not fire damage. Cat taking him out. Cat looks like a mad scientist right now, dude. This man is mad. Oh, boys. The duel of him versus the warrior. That was something spectacular. Cat did quite a bit of damage. So did Sadist. Sadist only fought Cat and he was saying 3 million damage into him. Cat just out heals all of it, dude. Oh, man. That was awesome. Double trap reflect was because you dropped the trap there already. Oh, so you dropped the trap, you charged, reflected, then you tried to trap you again and still reflect. That's awesome. That was awesome. Dude, he's a trap lord. Alright, let's get another one going, yeah? I just created custom PvP. Find a Richie. Perfect. If you guys want to join any of the 5v5 duels, we're doing them on EU right now. Doing them on EU. Tomorrow is NA. If you guys want to participate and join the group that's up and running, go to Player vs. Player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find a group, type number 5. That's all you need. Number 5. In search, enter. And you'll have Dalaran 5v1 group, well, Alliance, or Horde. Feel free to populate it. If you guys are somebody who's making these groups, or I guess I should rephrase it. Join the groups if they're up. However, if you don't see a group that is up, you can also make one. This is a community ran thing on the channel. Go to start a group. Call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels. Advertise in my chat. Hey, we got Alliance, EU group. We need plus 2 more, 3 more, whatever you guys need to do. Advertise that you have a group if you have one started. Get people in. Add me in chat. Just tell me you have a 5-man. I will real ID you. And we'll queue against one of the beauties that are up and running to fight here. How are you? I'm doing good, Bruno. Hopefully you're doing great, man. Yeah, trap. He's a trap master, dude. I mean, he plays those traps, freezing traps, better than Hunter does. Oh, shit. That was awesome, dude. That was actually amazing. I enjoyed that. Double trapped a Hunter. That was legendary as fuck, dude. How do you keep for 5v5s? It's a macro we use. It's called invite spectator match routine. If you're talking about like how to make groups, I just use a macro. Here, Q. Yeah. Should I get you versus Krager? I think I should get you versus Atham. And look at Krager versus Hardwin. How does that sound? Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So we start mixing you guys up a little bit. I'm gonna get more in here. Invite spectator match. God forbid I hope I recorded that one. Because if I didn't, that one definitely is gonna have to go. I'm gonna need to go and get the VOD of that one to add on the channel. Tampa, does he have a group? The Grand Arena. There we go, boys. The Grand and the Grand. I see Unholy DKs remember nightmares from dueling them in Legion. Yo, DKs are not nearly as bad in duels. They are a little bit rough. Not gonna lie. Death Knights are one of the better classes with just the amount of damage and the kiting pressure and the grips, the chains, all that. But ever since Blizzard nerfed their death strikes, they're not nearly as bad. I remember at some point they were actually invincible, or at least close to invincible. They don't kiting so well. I don't think I would have seen good kiting for a while. Survival or Beast Mastery? Either way, all the hunters we have in these are all great hunters. That's all I can say. We have the best hunters. You know what I mean? Alright, boys. Switch. Your heal's insane, doesn't matter how you kite. That is true. Or cat is insane more than anything. We got ourselves Atha on Team Blue with Phased playing as the Hazed. Whoa. What are the shorts? That's WAD. Or Legion, maybe? I want to say it's WAD for some reason. Why is this such short shorts? Wait, was that Legion the Argus set? Maybe. We got Phased, we got ourselves Janes are going to be going up first. The Gushing Wounds. I think it's still Gushing Wounds. We got Illidan in the back and Luby versus Crippers. And we got Sayel. Sayel? Can I go Sayel? Sayel. It looks like your Y and the A, the first Y and the first A should be flipped to be Sayel. Because Sayel, like, how do you call it? What do you call you? Janes are actually getting blood up a bit. It's gonna pop that tank trinket. Sayel gonna go for a bit of a wall. No renewal on Druid, so he does go for the leaps. So he does have the bear charge for root if he needs to. Or he has the travel form leap if he needs to get away. I'm gonna go with Sayel, but understand this. It's just because it rolls off the tongue a little bit easier when I'm yelling. Not because I'm trying to get your name wrong. I mean, think of it as a nickname. What is going on? Sayel looks like maybe a little bit of lag. Janezar actually gave him a little bit of breathing room. As Sayel did pop a wall. And I think Sayel might be lagging a little bit, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. On Team Red, we also got us Crippers, Tran, Akemi, and Mary. As Sayel's taking a little bit of damage. Try to see if it might be able to kite around Janes. The Demon Hunter isn't really getting go of Sayel at all. Does take off the thorns, and even though in bear form, Sayel's still going to take a bit of a beating. Unless they can somehow shake off Janezar. Throwing in a bike. I think it was a Janezar with a maim to follow. Trying to get a big old bite. It's going to be tank trigger for Janezar. Sayel tried to get himself a little bit of self-heals rolling. Was that maybe a Shadow Meld? I think I tried to get a Shadow Meld off. They're trying to bear it all the way to the other side of the arena. Not gonna happen. But does force Janes are near the enemy zone with Akemi. Aki getting himself an open on Janesar, and they're getting aggressive. They have Janesar without a trinket, without a blur, and they're trying to make it happen. Not greedy though. Aggressive yet not greedy enough to trinket out of that stun immediately. As Janesar's just trying to pick up a little bit of health, did a bit of damage to Aki. Now he's just gonna have to wait out until his cooldowns back up. Both the Demon Hunters charge at one another. Aki is gonna have to see if he can get himself a little bit extra healing back up and running. Aki is playing Stars, I believe. So with Stars, it actually might be pretty good. Flying up in the air, James is just dropping on Darkness. He does not have rain for above. It looks like Darkness is absorbing a good portion, maybe only a half. I thought it was a decent portion of this Fel Lancer, but only a portion. James are popping in meta. That's going to be Aki with a meta as well. Tank Trinket for Tank Trinket. Aki popped in, or maybe had a temporary blur for a moment. James is a little bit behind on health, but does have blur coming up very, very soon. Aki is ahead on cooldowns with that Darkness. As they're exchanging blows with Janes, is going to get the slappers in there too. Stars are starting to collect on Janes. It does not look like he's running reverse magic to reverse the Stars off of Aki. Eventually the Stars are going to reach a critical mass where they're just doing so much damage, and Aki won't even need to touch Janesar. But he's trying to tank this up as best as possible, playing this as carefully as he can. He is going for a very, very specific hit and run strat. He's not trying to stay in and fight the whole time. He is looking at ways of like getting the hell out of that situation. He is trying to manage his mobility as best as possible. Trinket's out of that CC, and Aki will have a little bit of more control here. Aki down on a Trinket though too. So James is going to have control, but James is still behind the hill. It's going to dip behind the pillar as Aki goes flying up above. It's going to be a little bit tough for James to really do anything here, unless he can somehow miraculously just catch up on a ton of health. Popping a tank Trinket, but so is Aki. No one's health is going to be moving at this point. And James are still playing this defensively. He picked up a little bit of health. And maybe that's exactly what he's going to have to do. Play this very, very carefully. Lots of mobility, lots of running and kiting, and pick up whatever health he can. Unless Aki can lock him down like they did just now. And that's another stack of stars stacking to Janesar. The next star is going to be even more damage. The lower Janesar is on health, the deadlier it is. Stun onto Aki. And Janesar, I think, is honestly out of options. Does go for an imprisonment to Aki just to give himself a little bit more breathing room. And again, if a single star procs in Janesar, he's at low enough health where he's just not going to survive it. Does get yet another stun onto Aki. They just need one more global. Does get a crucible. He's not going to proc stars though. Stun. And that's going to be a tentacle onto Janesar. Tentacle not doing the most damage, but Aki sure is. And Janesar does get taken down. That's stars at the end. It didn't look like it hit Janesar on the head, but that is stars that killed him at the end. Because you saw, Janesar was like by this post right here, and then he flew over there. And Stars crashed where he was last seen. That's going to be Necrotic section stacking up. Azillidan is going to be up next. That's going to be another Demon Hunter. Can he be as aggressive as Janes are? He does have the advantage. He's going to meta on top of Aki, dropping him down into an imprison. Not a full imprison where it's a banishment. He's going to trick out of the stun. Aki running away as Illidan going to fly up in the air, getting 2 Fel Lances through. Illidani no longer with a Fel Lance. He got one more Fel Lance in the last second. Aki just poked behind the pillar maybe at the last worst moment. Because he got a freebie Lance there for a second. Aki has a Lance too. If Aki can get Illidan out in the open without any line of sight, looks like it's actually looks like Illidan is lagging and Aki is going to abuse it. Just going to Fel Lance rain down onto Illidan. He can't react. Why would you do that? Oh no, Illidan's lagging really badly. Some of these Russians, dude, they just will get random lag spikes for no reason. Poor Illidani. That was unfair. I feel like Aki probably should have at least given him a chance. But then again, I'm pretty sure most of you guys would be super happy seeing all these Demon Hunters getting knocked out of the race at this point. Next is going to be Luby. Can lovely, lovely Luby do some damage to Aki? It's a big pressure rolling. My UI also is flickering a little. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hopefully that's not too distracting. But yeah, my UI is flickering. Not really sure why. It's going to be stun onto Aki with wings for Luby. Might have enough damage. Aki taking a big bursty shots though. Do they have a tank Trinket to follow? They do. Might keep him alive long enough. Aki is going to recover a little bit of health. Stun onto Luby. Get himself Metaboar's up and running. That's going to be quite a bit of damage that will help him re-heal back up and running. If they get any lucky hits with Chaos Strikes that give them free souls, oh, that'd be huge. Aki recovering health little by little. Could fly up in the air if they need to. Luby has Shield of Vengeance up and running. Aki could fly up in the air just to avoid it. Is going to do just that. Might be able to get a couple fell lands to take down the shield. And Luby is going to recover. Still has a Shield of Vengeance. Might get it to proc into Aki. He's right under with Aki. The shield should proc any moment now. Trigger for Aki. Shield is going to get popped. Still somehow alive. That's going to stun onto Luby. That's going to be a bubble out of the Paladin. Does take him out with the Reaping Flames. And Crippers is going to be up next. Luby just popped Bubble. There's actually almost no good defensive he has versus Crippers, but he's still doing quite a bit of damage to Crippers. Crippers needs to catch up on health. He needs to make that big equalizer happen. He's got himself big wings up and running. Finally, Luby's health is going down. Does it with Blessing of Protection. Worse towards, but maybe still Forbearance. And does go down before he could get himself a bop off. FaZe is going to be up next. Cooper still has a lot of momentum, trying to make that momentum go into FaZe. Not going to happen. FaZe is going to drop down the full army of the undead. Well, just about all the army. Dropping down the bigger A-bomb. That's going to be a caster, mage, casting at Crippers. It's taking quite a lot of damages from pets alone, by the way. Also, I'm pretty sure undead pets are different than Beastmaster or Demonology pets, and they do proc Azeroth things and corruptions. So if you get gushings, I think the pets for undead, just for Unholy Death Knight, just for the DK pets, I think they're the only ones that proc those effects. I know Beastmaster Hunter pets don't. I know that Warlock pets don't. So it's interesting because FaZe is going to have himself the most advantage here at this point. Hodge at the FaZe for a second is going to get us down to Crippers. Trading trinkets. There's going to be AMS available for FaZe as this is getting the army up and running. Crippers looking to get the hell out of it, getting gripped in. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance as Necrotics will slowly start to stack up, but he bails out of it before that really happens. Shield of Vengeance is going to get split between all the pets. FaZe is going to walk away from it for a moment. Still maintaining a chain of ice onto Crippers, letting that pressure and letting those pets do work. And Crippers is going to be able to count himself some line of sight. The pet stun comes out, trying to slow him down and being able to heal himself. Crippers having to go counter-offensive versus FaZe. And FaZe popping in. Big IBF, gripping Crippers out in the open. Hand of Freedom is going to keep the Paladin running. And FaZe, oh, FaZe actually stealing Hand of Freedom from Crippers. Wow, Dark Sim. That was actually pretty cool. That actually forced a bubble out of Crippers if he did not get that Hand of Freedom and catch up to Crippers. That would actually Crippers could have been able to line of sight and run away from the guy. Dropping down the A-bomb. Needs to find a way to keep Crippers with the A-bomb here. That's going to be quite a lot of pressure by FaZe right now. Does go from one Necrotic Strike into Crippers. I think he's perfectly fine just keeping Crippers out in the open. This is going to grip him as Crippers does pop in race car, NASCAR, trying to get it out of there. And this is going for some damage to the FaZe. Does get a Hodge. Could be a Judgment. Maybe a Temple to follow. Looks like Crippers is walking out to get some damage. He's going to get a Hodge back into his face. FaZe is sealing all of Crippers' spells. Is there any spell he could steal from Tran? Maybe. I guess we'll have to wait and see. That was so cool. Hand of Freedom and a Hammer of Justice. I mean, it wasn't like some like bubble or anything, but it was still really cool. I thought it was awesome. Touch it down big time onto FaZe, throwing in a bike, and Trent is going to just massage FaZe back. It's going to be a stun immediately. Trickets out of it to follow. Disarm onto FaZe, no way for him to heal. Try to see if he might be able to get away from all those images. Is he going to try to go for a Dark Sim onto Tran? Is he's going to pop in a wall? FaZe, you better have some healing available because Tran popping in a wall. Karma to follow. FaZe is actually going to be out of options. That Karma is going to seal his fate. Nothing he can really do about it. Even if he's trying to get some damage into Tran, not a lot he can do. After them, looking like he's going to give Tran an opportunity to catch full Vivifies. Only 34% dampening, so we're pretty good. And Tran is continuing to Vivify whenever possible. Is that going to be an honorable duel here? Nice little bow for one, nice little bow for another. A gentleman's duel as Atha's last man on Team Blue's left standing. As there is still 2 left over on Team Red. Is there anything you can steal from a monk with Dark Sim? I actually wonder. Like any spell at all. Like probably a healer, but like, what about a Windwalk? Could you still bring up peace? That'd be cool. Karma? That'd be interesting. But Tran is trying to get some damage up and running into Athos. He sees the wings gonna roll out of there. NASCAR for Athos. This is getting quite a bit of damage into Tran. So much setup. One more hammer needed. Does slam the hammer. Dom, we gotta drop the hammer. And we play Gears of War back in the day. Down we got a drop. Okay, that's just a joke from back in 2012 or whatever. Call of Duty days. I felt like it was appropriate. That's gonna be a Hodge onto Mary. And it's going to exchange a Hodge with Athom. That's going to be a freebie adaptation for Athom. And actually, it looks like Athom is perfectly set up to fight another Paladin. The Hodge is going to have a trinket for free every single time. Unless Mary can somehow shave off the CD off his trinket. Athom in a bad situation, popping his Shield of Vengeance. Mary could actually pop his own Shield of Vengeance. And that would be nice to reflect back at Athom. That's going to be Bubble! Bubble for Mary, no bubble for Athom. Was globally locked. And Mary got that nice Tempest verdict at the very end. Very well played. Aki with 2 kills here, but looks like the most of them... Actually, Aki with 2 kills and very aggressive damage against Janezar. It looked like Janezar maybe met his match. Actually, Janezar full cooldowns versus Aki full cooldowns, like fresh. And you know you're fighting a Demon Hunter, and you can like set what cooldowns you want to do, what essence you want to play. I can totally see some cool coming out of that, yeah? Alright, boys, we got ourselves Hardwin and Krager up next, and we gotta make sure Keisu, Champa... We're going to get Champa versus either Alex or Keisuke. Either one available. We'll get him up and running ASAP. Or maybe we should get Champa versus Krager and then Hardwin versus Keisu. Let's get Hardwin and Krager, and then we'll be able to like flip around with groups. Yeah, when we got uneven groups, we can actually start moving you guys around and having you guys fight new people. 269? 69? No, 270? Hit the 270 mark, boys. Let's go! Boys, what do you think? Hardwin versus Krager? Because Hardwin and Krager have been waiting. Or Tampu versus one of them. Because Tampa has been waiting for a bit. He was trying to get a group together for a while. And now he's got a 5-man. Should we get the new guy in? Or Hardwin and Krager first? What do you chat? What do you boys think, chat? Just want to be fair. I want to be fair. I want to get a chat input here. Because either way is for me. Go Krager versus Hard. Are you in one of their groups? I like to call me Trend. I mean, I feel like it's shorthand where I can just kind of get it rolled off the tongue fairly quickly. I've been talking. Look at some Priestess still in the game. Oh, I know, right? New guy, Krager. Those of you guys are saying Hardwin, Krager. Some of you guys are saying Krager, definitely. Some of you are saying new guy. Go Krager. I know it's going to be Krager. I guess Hardwin and Krager is what you're saying, yeah? Or is it Krager versus Pico Tampa? Or Hardwin versus Tampa? Oh, God. Now we can have play. Let's do Krager and Hardwin because they've been waiting for a while. Pico, you cool waiting for a moment? I'm never going to make everybody happy. That's for sure. Krager versus Neo? You guys are saying Krager and Neo. Hold on. He has a long name. Okay, Pika, Champa, and Krager. I'm not new. Well, you're new for today's run, is what I'm saying. Not new in general. Champa's been around here for a while. Some of you guys might not know him, though. I guess he's new for some of you. We got ourselves Katrikan versus Krager duel. Is that what we got going on? Chat, that was a great fucking idea. We're gonna have Krager versus Cat, dude. Fury versus Fury. Let's go. And we got an Elemental Shaman. Let's go, boys. And we got some Demon Hunters like Dumo, who got a massive one-shot potential. Illidanid as well. Oh, this could be a good one. Krager? He's probably lagging. Krager will get in. Trust. Hopefully we'll get Krager in here. Switch. Hopefully we get Krager in because that's the man that's leading the group. We got ourselves Team Blue with Jergs Brian playing that out. We got ourselves Saskatchewan on that Fury Warrior, I think. Lancelot as a unholy DK. Daenerys of the Targaryens. And Devil himself. May he not cry. Don't make him cry. We got ourselves Duma, we got ourselves Lidani, we got Crom, going to be going first in the Elemental Shaman with a big old Earth Elemental or Fire Alley immediately, and Tan hitting back, and hopefully Kragar joins the fight at some point. Daenerys is going to try to see if he can get a big old eye beam onto Crom. It's going to be a Hex immediately. No trinket available. Daenerys, I guess, might have gotten hit with a lasso pretty early into the duel. I'm going to mess up who I'm swapping to a couple times. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to give you guys a whiplash. Because imagine watching duels and we're like, this the whole time. I'm not trying to give you the guys that experience. That'll be awful. Daenerys, try to see if you might be able to catch up to Crom. Crom no longer with the trinket. Actually, no wall available either. He is gonna get himself. Again, I'm doing this the whole time. I'm so sorry. Wrangling up himself with Demon Hunter, and Demon Hunter sitting at about half and half. That last is still, even though they changed it from a percentage damage to ability damage, it's still so good. That's gonna be grounding totem by Crom, so he doesn't get interrupted by the Demon Hunter. The grounding will actually absorb the Demon Hunter interrupt, because Demon Hunter interrupt is a magic ability. So he actually can just immune himself from interrupts. The only way that Daenerys can get him is maybe with an AoE stun with that. Lightning Lasso and Daenerys yet again, as Daenerys did catch up on a little bit of health though. But he's going to start losing the health little by little. While meta is up and running, he might still be able to do something. There's going to be Earth Elemental available for Crom. There's going to drop down wall. There's going to be a Hex and a Daenerys off of that stun as he's controlling the Demon Hunter. And that's going to be a big old Stormkeeper available for the Elemental Boy. Getting those big zaps is trying to get away line of sight from Daenerys. Maybe a big Earth Shock to follow after this interrupt onto the Eye-Beam. Daenerys, not a lot of health available. Still trying to stay alive somehow. A big leech coming in. Shortest Lightning Lasso is going to take him out though. That Lasso DR was nuts. That's going to be Dirk's Bind up next. Getting the stun into Crom. Hitting him with Reaping Flames. That's going to be a Bike to follow. Killing Spear on top of Crom. And that's going to be Capacitor throwing him down. Walking out of it. Hex available. Does he get a kick on it? He does not. Dirk's hanging around nearby. Somehow that Hex still breaks. I guess maybe to a Flame Shock. That's going to be tricky for Dirk's off of that pet stun. Stun to Crom. Crom is wall. Crom trying to see if he might be able to ghost his way out of here. Lasso onto Dirks. It is going to be the shortest, but does go down. Dirks is going to be our next versus Illidan. No, actually Duma with the big Demon Hunter damage. Does go for a gouge on the Demon Hunter. Dirks is going to get himself a reroll. Got himself decent buff for energy, but not the best buff for damage. Stun onto Dirks. He does not trinket it, but he's an orc, so he decided that stun super short. Plunder armor coming in onto Duma. Yeah, that's going to be parried to follow. Has a lot of damage available. This Plunder armor also reduces the damage Duma does. And it's just trying to go for as much damage while Plunder was up. Parry up, and that's going to be dressed by, I think, Duma. Blind onto the Demon Hunter after that trinket. And Dirk's Blind catches a massive sippy cup. He's literally back at full health. Literally went from like, what, 20% to full health. Just like that. No trinket available for Demon Hunter. Dirk's down on Cloak as well as parry. Has a Vanish. And is probably going to have a blind as a 1.5 minute cooldown. Not a 2 minute cooldown. As Outlook gets that extra shorter CD on that if you challenge into it. Double stun onto Duma. He does go return the favor. That's going to be Demon Hunter form for a second as Dirks is going to sprint out of there. Let's look at to get himself a reroll. Really decent buffs if he wants to go for some damage. Killing Speed to follow. The buff he got is Broadsides, extra combo point generation from basic abilities, and those abilities do 20% more damage. If he's even going to survive to do that damage, that's going to be a stun onto Duma. He's trying to go for pistol shots. Dirks might just go down to a dot though. Vanish coming in. Does he get a sap onto Duma? He does land a sap. So he at least lives this one for a second. Is going to get himself another sippy cup rolling. Does he even get to use a sippy cup? So that's the problem. Not going to be able to stun him, I think, for a while. It's probably going to be heavily DR'd. Yeah, not going to be able to stun. Going to be a stun by Duma instead. And that's going to be a short stun onto the Demon Hunter. And Dirk's Bind looking to get the hell out of there again. Got himself again yet another decent buff. There's going to be a big Crucible Flame from downtown. He got Cloak Shadows coming up very, very soon. Trinket is back up. Does have parry if needed. So Dirks actually does have a lot of utility coming back. A lot of cooldowns are coming back little by little. And yes, cooldowns. It's going to be Cloak of Shadows. Parry not available for a second. Does get the big old sippy cup rolling. It's going to be a stun onto Duma. And that's a bike to follow. Huge damage out of the Owl Rogue out of nowhere. Just needed one good stun. Reaping Flames proc at the same go trick and gouge onto that Eye-Beam. Does he have the blind coming back very, very soon? Parry's back up for Dirk's Bind. Might want to use it here. Does get a save a tentacle proc and big. Oh, Plunder armor onto Duma, but still an Azeroth proc. Probably passive from Reaping Flames procced, and down he goes. That was some crazy proc for Duma. He literally didn't even touch the Rogue. Hell, the Rogue had parry. He actually couldn't even touch the Rogue. Maybe like Immolation Aura clipped him. Dirk's Brian. I feel like he got cheated. And he's the rogue. Now when the rogue gets cheated, that's just nasty, dude. But Kachika went on his mount behind the pillar, trying to, or behind the little corner of a room, trying to avoid Doom. He's gonna hit him with the fear as he sees the Demon Hunter go into Demon form. As dampen is only 2%, Kachika knows fighting against a full-fledged Demon Hunter, especially in meta form, is just not a good idea at all. Duma got himself I-Beam, interrupt coming in for Kachika. That's going to be a charge by Kat. Should be able to catch up on a bit of healing, though. And Duma has the full meta activated. That's a lot of healing available. Lots of damage, too. Kachika needs to wait it out. Now the Demon form is down. Kachika might stand a chance toe-to-toe with Duma. It's going to be a stun trick gets out of it. That's going to be a War Storm for Kat. Might be able to get some big damage to Duma. Does get some chunky numbers. But Duma is looking just to get the hell out. Stormbolt. I think that Stormbolt might have interrupted the full channel of the I-Beam. Maybe I'm wrong. And Kachika might have to go for Rage Regeneration here. Duma no longer has Blur, so he's not going to be able to dodge any abilities from Kat. It's going to fly up in the air. It's going to be reflective for Kat. Big leap into the room. And Duma is still going to send a one more lance into the room. Between Kat and between Duma, it's going to be between stuns, between metas, between fears, and between charges. It's going to be whoever has more of those. Big dress onto Kat. He does go for a charge heal on Duma, but he did activate Demon form with the I-Beam. Disarm on the Duma. Kachika tried to see if he could just ballerina his way over there. Stormbolt onto Duma. Kachika just still melted to dust. This man must be playing Gushings or something. Right? That would explain why he does so much damage. Gushings, maybe. Gushings all day. Because Demon Hunter's a tank as hell. They could probably go full Gushing. Into a big old dress onto Devil himself. And Duma is just eviscerating Devil. Look at the dance he's doing. Look at the dot damage. Into a cheap shot to follow as Devil. Barely any health available. Duma, I think, might be able to cap this out, though. He died in a smoke bomb. I have to check his damage. I have to check what he's doing. So somebody remember Doom Smoke? Actually, Doom Smoke maybe. I'll call him Dumo. Close enough. Big bike throwing down, I think, at Lancelot or maybe by Lancelot. Dumo dropping down. Big old darkness blur available. His attack and gushing wounds. Oh my goodness, I gotta see this. I gotta see the damage he's putting out, man. As Lancelot trying to get the big setups rolling. AMS available, and Duma is just gonna try to backflip out of it, getting yoinked in, but I don't know if Lancelot should have done it. He probably does not want to be anywhere near the Demon Hunter. Big old I-Beam from a distance as Duma has himself Crucible to follow. Big dress, and down goes literally everybody. No, only 3. I guess Jerg's got 1 kill. Did the other guys leave? Well, they might have left, actually. Yeah, they might have left, because it's... Well, did they die to other things from beyond and eyeballs? Maybe people died to eyeballs and things from beyond. I didn't see things from beyond, so maybe it was eyeballs. I gotta see what this man is running. Imagine someone coming from an old expansion back into 8.3. Oh lord, it's not even the same game, is it? Is that Duma? No, that's Aki. Dumo. What? I'm sorry. What? How many? How many gushings on the 475 pieces are you running? Better yet, how many 485s on the Zoth and Carapace pieces do you have? Somebody find me this man's armory. We need to investigate this. Actually, lethal, the 2 top hitting abilities are not even abilities. One is a dot afterwards. Trail of Ruin, which at least is an ability. I need to know how many gushings he's running and on what pieces. Because gushing does more damage. Somebody find me the Demon Hunter. I swear. I swear. I can't believe it. Definitely 8. I still want to know, because if you run a gushing on a higher item level piece, the gushing does more damage. So I actually have 385 pieces, and if I can put a gushing on that, it will do the most amount of damage. But by a mile. And yeah, zero thought into it. You didn't even have to press a button to activate it. It's completely passive. Why PvP selects this patch? I feel like the only way you can do this is like if you can beat them, join them kind of deal. Or just play your own builds and have your own fun, you know? Check this. Do you guys have a link for him? Yeah, if somebody has a link in the Discord. If somebody actually has a link for him, link him in Discord. I want to see this man. I want to see this. I want to see him. I actually want to see. Like, I'm not even mad. I actually just want to see what he's got going on. Like, how many is he running and what pieces? You know what I mean? Because I wonder how many in those, like, in the Zoth pieces he's got with gushings. Because that's 385 ring with haste Versa. That's a good amount of Versa. And if you put that, I'm not on Discord. Discord link down below, Eugene. Discord link down below. You can join very easily. Just click the link, and there you go. Post it like in the general. You guys all should join Discord, by the way. I hang out there all the time. We got a lot of shit going on there, man. I always like hanging out with you guys. Alright, we'll have to have one Evo moment ready to new, and we got case game. I'm gonna go with Skinner. We only have one more. He is with Alex then. Okay, it works out. I guess we get Pello or Atho. We can get Atho. Is that him? Oh yeah, that is him. Oh my god, boys. This is it. Moment of truth. You guys ready? We'll translate it. English, please. Thank you. Doom Smoke. It's actually Doom Smoke. Oh wow, okay. 375 gushing. 1. 370. 375. So 2 375s gushings, right? Yes. 2 375s. 1 370. 3 375s. 4 375s. Versa. 5. Okay. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 375s. 6. 7 gushings. 5 of them are on 475 pieces of gear, which makes him even the strongest possible he can get. He doesn't have 385s, but he has 375s. And he has a shit ton of Versa, literally head to toe. How much Versa do you have? 35 baseline Versa? With just one single versatility increase? Is that what you run now, is gushings? Are you Gladiator? He is. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised actually. Are you Mythic Buster too? And a Mythic Raider? I won't be surprised. Because any Demon Hunter could get like that. This is nuts. Oh my god. Only one Versa corruption. So much corruption do you run? 38? He actually runs this many gushings? One Ineffable Truth in this ring right here. One Ineffable Truth. Rank 1 Ineffable Truth. And one Versa. That is nuts. That is nuts. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I have a gushing set. Mine doesn't do nearly as much damage. Holy shit. Alright, we got ourselves Atha next, and we got Alex. And we got Pello versus Hardwin or Kragar. Alex and Athaman. And we can get Tompa with some of the dudes too. Dalaran Sewers, let's go. Wait, oh shit, Hardwin, my bad! Fuck, I should have done. Oh, Hardwin, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to skip you. Hardwin, I'll do you right next. How does that sound? We just, I fucked up, dude. I just got Athid here. I'll do you right next, Hardwin. How does that sound? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to skip you. Should we back out and do Hardwin versus Alex, boys? Or should we just play this and Hardwin next? Chat. Because if you guys overwhelmingly say, let Hardwin play, we'll back out. We'll get Hardwin. We'll let him play. Because I did not mean to skip him at all. I got just dumbfounded looking at the Demon Hunter gushing. I gushed from watching Demon Hunter, dude. I gushed from that gushing. Holy shit. My brain gushed. All over the fucking wall. That's why I can't think. Play him and do next? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I just want to be fair. I'm trying to get you chat input. Switch. Damn. How are we going to recover after that game, boys? We got to figure out how to actually watch games again. After watching that, we got to recover. We got ourselves our boy Athaman. Over on Team Red with FaZe, we got ourselves Void Form coming back as a Shadow Priest. Illidanid and Pina? I don't know. Pina. We call it Pina Colada versus Actos God X. We got ourselves Keshi on Team Blue, Katrikan, Christina, be out of cat from Please Unless You're Dueling, and Alzamon. Actos getting hit with a stud. It's going to be a Mali rolling up. It looks like Illidanib is going to be dropping down some lances onto Arthas. Arthas is going to have to heal up quite a bit, catching those wheel fights ASAP. Trying to see if we can lock down Illidanib with a big old Fist of Fury and a wall to follow. Illidanib does go for a bit of an imprison just to get some CC onto Arthas, but I guess he already had some dots up and running. Lexio by Arthas as he's trying to get some damage onto Illidan, and Illidan is looking like he's going to bail the hell out of there with that blur. It does go to re-engage. Realize that his defenses are better used offensively, but it looks like Illidan is maybe a little corrupted. Maybe a little too corrupted. Are we going to see a thing from beyond? Actually, he looks less corrupt. He does have a little bit of corruption. I wonder if he's going to be running enough to be like into the Grand Illusion levels. I guess we'll have to wait and see. As Arthas God is going for a bit of a hit and run with Illy. Both of them are trying to make hit and runs happen. Sometimes they're running at each other. Sometimes they back the hell up. That's going to be a stun onto Arthas, and Illy activating that metamorphosis through the Ibium talent of Demonic. Slappers are coming down from Illidanib. He's going to be able to back up from Arthas as he's landing the Fist of Furies. He's going to be able to port away. If he didn't have a port, that would have been a really ballsy move to just stay out in the open like that. But he does not allow Illidanib to catch up on heals, by the way. No catching up on heals happening at all. Because Arthas is able to heal himself behind the pillar. Illidan needs to engage in combat in order to get those heals. So he needs to land the I-beams. He needs to go for the big cleaves, especially as the images are up. There's going to be leg sweep onto Illidan with the Fist of Fury flying. Doing a bit of damage. Illidan is not really looking all that good. In cap, as he's dropping down darkness. Looks like Batman there for a second. And it's going to get a ring of boopity bot out of the darkness. And Arthas back to the kiting spree until he has some cooldowns available, until he has some damage of his own. And looks like he's looking to finish the fight with a Demon Hunter. Big meta coming out for Illidanib. He still has a lot of pressure available. Fist of Fury flying, unless he can find a way to stop the Fist of Fury, is going to be tough. Does get a Mally rolling to Arthas with a stun to follow. Double stun right after. Could be a Karma out of Arthas. Does reverse the Mally back into Illidan. Not letting him heal at all. And Illidanib might be going down. Does catch up on a little bit of health. Is going to be imprisoned on Arthas for just a second. Still holding on to that Karma. Illidan is super low on health. Arthas trying to finish him off without using Karma. Might have to still. Illidan does get out of that. Fist of Fury is going to get fell lances rolling to Arthas. 1 or 2 lances does hit him. 3 lances hit him. Illidan is still super low on health, and Zuan Pet is not going to be able to eliminate him. Big old kick by Arthas off that incap. Does take him down. Planting the flag of ownership. Illidan, he's not planting in yet. He's just trying to show it to you, man. He has a weirder way of showing his toys to other kids. You know what I mean? Show and tell. He's like, oh, how do I do that? Plant. He sent a bunch of other kids to the hospital when he was in preschool. Fear onto Arthas. Is Void Form going to be able to actually do much about this? Because this is Shadow Priest. But I believe in the dream as well. Karma comes in for Arthas. Decided, you know what? I'm going to treat this Shadow Priest with all due respect. Live swap available for Void Form. If he ever wants to, is going to go for the Void Operations to get away from Arthas, the god. Live swap available. Disperse is on standby. Arthas catching up quite a bit of heals, and Void Form kind of trying to catch up on heals and be out in the open, where if Arthas wants to charge at him, he needs to go out in the open. So Void Form might be able to get a cast or 2. That's going to be a big old dragon kick, really closing the gap. Void Form is able to get at least a couple spells cast out to Arthas, get himself a shield up and running. It's going to be Greater Fade. Does not get interrupted on a Greater Fade. But the handicap is going to stop him. And Arthas is going to have to wait until he has a bunch of cooldowns available to really commit a lot of damage into Void. Got himself a bit of damage rolling. Big slappers coming out. Void Form got himself Void Form rolling. But that's going to be dispersed to follow right after. And Arthas is turning around to the Mindbender. Not really backing up to get himself a CC reset. But rather, he's trying to stay on top of Void Form as best as possible. That's going to be redobbed by the Shadow Priest. He still has some damage available. Maybe a leg sweep could be really bad. He does have life sweep if he needs to. Might need to make an emergency life sweep right now. Trying to hold on to as best as possible. Silence under Arthas. Might need to go for swap. There he goes. Arthas might want to consider backing up out of here as best as possible. Does have diffuse magic. Does have wall. And maybe because of all those defenses, he decided, you know what, I'm going to sit in here. I'm going to hang in. Greater Fate coming out for Void Form. Arthas forced to kind of back up. And that's going to be Shadow Priest on the chase to the Monk. did not go in for a fear. Arctis actually stood his ground and got a couple of those Vivifys, which is good for him. And Voidform is going to get out in the open, is going to create as much distance between Arctis and him. So if Arctis does want to come out in the open to get some damage, he's going to have to close the gap. Again, the Dragon Kick really lets him net much of the gap closing potential. In cap, off of that Touch of Death, that's going to be actually Arctis dispel himself, almost put himself in a bad fear, and had to trinket out of that horror from the VT. But does take down Void from that. Was a lot of damage. Such Death really did maximize. But Arctis really put himself back. He diffused magic, which put him in a horror effect. And he did not want to get hit with a mind control. So he trinketed his own self-inflicted horror. So that was a little bit of a maybe a misplay. But if he survives phase here, he does have karma. Then I guess it doesn't really matter, right? He still win. A win is a win. But he did have to trinket his own self-inflicted CC. If he just did not press the button, he would have been okay. Oh man, it's gonna be Ivy right now for face. Big dress on the Arctis is gonna have to pop the karma. If only his health was just a little bit lower, or face crit in any one of his abilities there just now. Just crit a little bit harder. That karma wouldn't have mattered at all. That would have been a done and done game. In cap onto phase. As Arctis, you're gonna hit him with a disarm. Not a lot of health available. I think he might be going down. He invested for locking down phase, but I think he has it in the bag at this point. Vivifies are trying to come out. Blade Dance does run him over. And next up is gonna be Christina popping in the big old cat form. Gonna be a stun on her face. Christina popping a trinket himself, thorning up. That's gonna be the two juggernauts. Big dress out of Christina onto faces, looking to get the hell away from the Demon Hunter. Got him dotted up, dotted and rotted and ready to go. And doesn't want him to really get the big meta damage phase. Trying to see if he can juke out Christina. What? How did you two just lagged so hard? Christina went one way, phase went the other. And you guys couldn't follow each other. Weird. Weird. Stun to Christina short and phase is going to extend his metamorphosis. Another stun to Christina. Looks like Christina might be lagging himself just a little bit. And so maybe his phase. As we hit on the 7-minute mark, 12% dampening. Christina got himself wall up and running here. Could be a lot of damage to counter. Maybe? Looks like he's actually playing super defensive. He did have a wall at one point. He didn't take the mastery damage if he's on survival instincts. Or masterful instincts, I guess, is a trait. Whatever the trait is after your wall, you got a big mastery buff. He didn't run it into PvP. He didn't want to take the defensive potential in the counter offensive. So now he's going to have to play super defensively until a better moment. But maybe that moment is gone with that big dress. And that's something to follow. Does get a bash off with the face. Phase, all he needs to do is just charge next to Christina. Sniper heal. Does set him within a prison. At least he might just be able to take him out. Thorns might not be enough to stop him right here. And does take him out with a Reaping Flame. Next up is going to be Azamon getting a weirdest charge around the corner onto face. Is going to bail the hell out. Double charge for Azamon. No. Stormbolt available for the Troll Warrior. It looks like Azamon is lagging really badly. His health is definitely not lagging. His health is being quite accurate. His health is dropping quite fast. You wish his health had a delayed drop rate. Oh no, it's just a lot of damage on her phase. His phase got himself quite a bit of defensive, but still playing very much hit and run, waiting until the big meta, and barely touching Azamon. He's actually more running away from the guy, and Azamon is just taking so much damage. Is that another Gushing Winds Demon Hunter? As Al's just goes down like as if it was nothing. Catchy getting a big opener onto phase with a stun. Bike that's going to be bashed after phase trinkets that stun so late. And it's going to be traded out of Keshi. Does that wall right here. And it's going to be take that wall. I'll probably take it all the way to the bank because he can now get a reversal into phase. But the DRs are going to be so high. He does get the maim. But he doesn't really do much with that maim. So phase is still on a run. Keshi might have to go for another wall and then get himself a big setup. Needs to get the comp points off of phase first. Big stun. Dress to follow. I-beam. Dresses him back. I'm going to dress you right back. And Kachika now is getting empowered. By Team Red is getting supercharged. It's like a human battery, dude. They're powering him up. He's eating a nice healthy bowl of breakfast. And phase, man, is ready to go. Kachika, are you fully charged up? Are your battery charged? I think he's getting charged up. Give me your energy, Team Red. I'm going in there, boys. Kachika versus FaZe. The last man standing on Team Blue. Does he have what it takes? Give him your energy. What did it? Somebody kicked FaZe? Oh, he kicked FaZe in the nuts and interrupted the I-beam. FaZe, how are you going to recover? Wait. I don't think FaZe has nuts. That's a surprise. Oh, 2020, am I right? Gatchagan is going to try to see if he might be able to get some damage in the face. Phase actually trying to see if he can stay on the low platform in order to see if he can maybe jump across Cat. Trying to backflip into the wall. Not going to happen. Gatchagan leaping far in order to snag that charge. Maybe has a second charge available. It's going to be Blaze from Phase. Cannot stop for a moment. Phase getting a lot of heals available. Though Gatchagan did just burn through in Rage Regeneration. Phase, he has a limited amount of time in this meta. Better make it last. Gatchagan popping and commanding shout. Does he have any CC change to lock down Phase? He's gonna have a trinket for this one though. Charge, disarm to Phase, could trinket out of it if he wants to. Does get a backflip away. Gatchagan might be going down here. Unless he can lock down Phase, it's gonna be reflect available. Can he reflect anything back at Phase? I think it's gonna be a stun and done and done. Phase actually comes in and cleans house. 5-0. You tried, Cat. You did your best. Now, how many of you guys want to play a game? How many gushings does he have? That could be a game now. Okay, Phase. At least Annihilation was his second most used ability. At least it wasn't lethal strikes, right? Oh my goodness. Ban Demon Hunters, please. Oh man. That's crazy. Pro the most damaging and not even class abilities. That's true. That is true. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Alright, let's get another one going, yeah. We gotta get a hard win here. We'll get a hard win versus Pelor. We got a hard win versus Pelor. Tampa, do you have a group? Keisuke, do you have a group? Just asking you guys right now. Because my brain just my brain gushed on the wall from all those gushings, dude. I think we have time for maybe one more, unless it's really short, and then we have two more. So Pelor and Hardwin I think are gonna be up, but I want to make sure we have other groups if in case. You know what I mean? Another Cracker is still here. Enough it is. Good luck, Tampa. Have a good one, man. But one's a joke. But I still hope you still show up, Tampa. I still hope you come by and have some fun. No corruptions, no essences. Dude, that's going to be the best part about Shadowlands, man. No corruptions, no essences, no bullshit. But we are going to have Covenant abilities and Soul Binds. So maybe just a teensy bit of bullshit. Maybe a little bit of... But I think it won't be... It will be similar to Artifact Weapons. Because I didn't think Artifact Weapons were too bad, right? Except the Paladin ability where when you get CC'd, it breaks out of CC. If you sit in the CC for more than 3 seconds, it automatically triggers for you. That was nutty. But everything else was not bad. 29% Versum? Oh, 29% Versum is not difficult to get. I have like 30% Versum on my Rogue. Actually, it's close to 29 in PvP because it is reduced. Oh man, I'd really like to get a lot more Versum on my Rogue though. I need gems. And I think tonight I actually can buy a Versa Corruption. So I think I'm gonna buy one 20% Versa for my Rogue. But yeah. You want Dalaran, no essences, no corruptions? What, a duel with no essences, no corruptions? I don't think you could do a duel with no essences and no corruptions. Because you can't have no essences. I mean, unless everybody like not presses essences, but that's too hard to track, dude. No corruptions, also too hard to track. It's not something I can see. Nah, it's that'll be difficult. I like to do this 5v5 1v1 duels in a way where I can set rules that are easy to implement. As for like no essences, no corruptions, that means I would have to like single-handedly make sure to check everyone's gear, and then people that are making groups would have to check everyone's gear, and then it could be somebody, let's say, has no corruption set, and then the last second they equip a corruption set, and what do we do at that point? Do we leave the group? Do we do whatever? You know, whatever is the easiest way of getting the duels done is probably the most fun. Because I don't want to be sitting here and like play mom or anything like that. I don't want to play Karen. You know what I mean? I don't really care. We'll just have to wait until everybody gets a beta access to Shadowlands and we can do some 5v5 duels in the beta. I think that'd be fun as fuck. Once duels for Shadowlands are available, then we can have some fun. And I think pre-patch is going to disable corruptions, traits, and essences maybe. Or maybe you're going to be able to keep essences maybe, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, let's get Trippers and Hardwin in here. And that might be the last one. Alex has a group ready in case. So Kragar and Alex can play if we do more. Trippers and Hardwin. Sorry, Hardwin, for having you sit for so long. I wish we didn't get Tolver on. But at least you got it anyway, man. Was the day for that, bro? Beta? No idea. No idea for the beta date, man. No idea. Neck already broke when using Azeroth? No, it didn't break, I don't think. I mean, we kind of Kamehameha, Nazoth, and that's about all we know. I don't think it like cracked or anything. Unlike artifact weapons, which we actually like gave up willingly at one point. Or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Lore-wise, I have no idea. Take Kragar. We'll do Kragar if if we do one more after this. How does that sound? Unless this one's a long one, which it is 12 on, because that could be pretty long. All right, switch. We got us a team blue with Alfera. We got Lack. We got Remaster, Troll, and Yara. Versus Team Red with Crippers. We got Tran. We got us Yowashi, Aki. We got us Mary as well. Oh my god. I'm starting to get some of you guys, at least, I'm starting to get a nickname for some of you guys' names. Because I know it's not perfect. At least I'm trying to get a nickname. And oh my god. Look who it is, boys. It's Forrest. It's Forrest Gump. How many of you guarantee he's gonna burn a sprint after getting all the dots up and running the Crippers? Got the Reaping Flames off? Or maybe not. Maybe he's actually going to stick around. Looks like he's actually maybe sticking around. Maybe Hand of Hindrance won't let him go anywhere. Crippers going in for a Hodge. Yara got quite a nice opener onto Crippers, though. Quite a bit of damage evasion coming up for Yara. Being an orc does not set the stuns long at all whatsoever. Shield of Vengeance is up and running for our boy. The Retribution Paladin Crippers. And Yara looking to catch himself a reset blind. Crippers does trick out of advantage coming out for Yara. Crippers is going to be down on a trinket. He does still have a human racial, so next stun as a human racial, he still might be able to get away from it. But he's going to be a little bit behind though. Also, I like the way your weapon looks. That's the Alliance version, right? It looks so good. It's like ivory and blue eyes. That looks awesome. For a big old tentacle weapon, it looks like it's made of stone. As the other ones look more like fleshy, this one looks like it's made of stone. That looks so good. Plus the smog, I don't hate it. It actually looks kind of good. Yara catching a full reset, but you know how this man plays, boys. Crippers better stay as far away as he can. Crippers better stay far away as he can from pillars. Just sit in the corner, dude. Sit in the corner and let Yara come to you. He is picking up eyes, though. He's trying to see if he might be able to see him. He runs a lot. Nope, yeah, that's a rogue that ran quite a bit. It is behind a pillar. Getting Reaping Flames onto Crippers, and oh my goodness, there goes a sprint. He's even got the glyph where he leaves dust behind him. It's just sprinted out of the way. Let's fin a bit of a long game. Maybe. Maybe Yara will get a nice setup, because he did get a trinket on our Crippers. That is a Shield of Vengeance. He just needs to get a bubble, get a bob, get a human racial, maybe get a normal trinket and a Shield of Vengeance again. But he still might be able to do it. Crippers is going to get hit with yet another kidney shot as Yara trying to get the damage up and running. It's going to go for a big old vendetta. That's going to be a tank trinket on top of it to dampen the damage from Crippers in case he decides to get offensive. Hodge into Yara as Crippers is going to go for wings. Tank trinket is going to be dissipating, but he's just going to sit in. He is an orc. Cloak of Shadows coming out with a sippy cup to try to get himself a little bit of a self-heal rolling. That's going to be Reaping Flames onto Crippers, taking a bit of damage. As Yara actually decided, you know what, I'm not actually going to go behind pillar. I have a good amount of advantage here. I might be able to get some decent pressure. Getting a shot onto Crippers yet again as he's maintained the dot damage rolling. And looking like he actually wants to bail the hell out. Hand of Hindrance, maybe? Anything? Looks like Crippers did not save a Hand of Hindrance for Yara bailing out of there. That's going to be a nice reset by the rogue. Crippers did get himself a Shield of Vengeance used. He's going to have a human racial and a normal trinket back up and running. So Yara is going to have to go for another reset here. Ooh. Can I join owner with how long some of these groups go? Might take a while. Might take a while before this one is over. We'll see. How does that sound? Tricky coming out for Yara as he's popping in evasion. Cooper's actually missing some of his physical attacks, especially the hammers that he's throwing at Yara. And now goes a tank trick. It might be a bubble or a bop on a Crippers. He actually is struggling to stay alive. Looks like Yara is going to disengage a little bit early. Could have had a Shadow Step interrupt onto Crippers, and maybe a big old Envenom to finish him off might have been enough, honestly. But Yara is going to play this very, very carefully. Crippers getting hit with a sap. Yara with not a lot of health is going to sit there sipping cupping. Does Rogue and Nurse should beat them in 1v1 dampening? Probably. I mean, if you play like to win. Although I don't really see Yara, I don't really see a lot of Assassination Rogue play that much of hit and run. But I guess, actually, when you look back at it, they probably all do, don't they? I guess sub rogues play a bit of hit and run, but like their damage is really substantial every time they do. They just have 0 damage outside of it. What's fun is watching Outlaw rogues that stay in and just kind of hang in there. And go through disarms and back-to-back stuns and gouges and billion blinds and sippy cups, because at least they stay in and fight for a while. Yara activating the tank trinket, and Crippers is the one trying to get away from the rogue. So he's going to burn a sprinter to catch up. Big old Vendetta available. Crippers does have bubble if he wants to. Yara has Cloak of Shadows, no evasion available. Could bubble it if he wants to. Maybe Human Racial available in a few seconds. Doesn't use it. Shield event is up and running. Yara does have a Cloak of Shadows if he wants to deal with it. That's going to be a hand of hindrance on him and a blind onto Crippers. Crippers is super low. Next opener by Yara. If he opens up with the kidney shot, definitely going to get a bubble out of Crippers. If he has any kind of pressure, he might be able to do something. Yara is going to have a trigger coming back up. Evasion coming back up very, very soon too. That's going to be maybe a fruitless wonder, but might have to bubble this or at least pop a Human Racial and get some counter pressure onto Yara. Got himself an execution sentence. Bubble coming up. Is he going to go for big damage? That's going to be wings up and running. Evasion available for Yara. Crippers trying to do some duke damage himself. Does he go for any heals though? Hodge onto Yara. He trinkets out of it. No bubble available for Crippers into a kidney shot. Does have a trinket for it. And if a rogue has Shadow Step available, he's actually just going to sprint, just kind of moonwalk it all the way to Crippers. He's trying to see if he can shake the rogue off. Wall coming out, or that trinket, tank trinket coming back out. And I think the poisons are going to do him in. Maybe? Looks like Yara is not even willing to Shadow Step and maybe get uninterrupted to Crippers. He's just throwing daggers in there. Oh, and there goes the dots, man. They're getting the procs off. There goes Yara again. Versus Aki. Aki, though, is a little bit more of an aggressive beast as a Demon Hunter. So maybe Aki will not allow Yara to just go for this kiting spree. Finally, the blind going out. Man. Yeah, that's rough. That was a 6-minute duel versus a Paladin and a Rogue. I mean, I guess a Paladin would give a Rogue that hard of a time, yeah? Between Bubble and Bop, and if you're playing super carefully just to make sure you win. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way you don't play carefully. But maybe Aki might have a bit of different story here. He's going to see if he can charge onto Yara, hitting the stun, I-beam to follow. He's getting quite a bit of damage in. It's going to be Cloak of Shadows for Yara, though. As he got some Phantom Knives into Aki, making sure that the poisons are going to be on him. Crippling Poison not really sitting in long onto Aki at all, though. Might rather go around and reapply the Crippling Poison if possible. Looking like he actually just wants to go for a reset. Cheap shot onto Aki, maybe get a kidney shot right after him. As he got all the dots. And he's just got to go for more kiting. Yo, even though Aki with all the mobility they have as a Demon Hunter, I don't really know if you can fight through Crippling Poison. I honestly think you can't. You probably can't actually do anything. Like, the longer this duel goes on, the more damage this rogue will be able to put out. Every time he can use it, just go for a reset. Huh. Well, there goes the boy. Approaching him slowly but surely. He's thinking about it. Is thinking about it. Cheap shot onto Aki, trying to get some damage in. Vendetta rolling, getting the shot. Looks like Yara might actually end up committing damage. Tank Tricky coming up, and Aki is going to have to pop a Tank Tricky of his own. I'll go for a tussle in the arena. Evasion up for Yara is going to get hit with a stun, but Aki is taking quite a bit of damage. Flying up in the air, smoke bomb for Yara. Trying to deny whatever damage he can from Aki. That's going to build up calm points from this poison. Does he have another kidney shot? I think that might be the end. Safeguard Trinket Procket for Aki with a blind to follow. That Trinket might have been maybe a little too early. But now Yara is going to be able to land a full sap reset. Won't be able to get a full kidney shot, but the cheap shot into a kidney probably will do work. Now, is this rogue playing Gutchings? Actually, I wonder. Because if this rogue is playing Gutchings, that could be huge for him, right? Getting the shot, got the full damage up and running, looking to get away. Ake, I think, is just going to melt to the dots, dude. Unless Crucible got himself a little bit extra resources. Not out of the fight just yet. Looking to maybe get around, snag the rogue if possible. Blade Dance to follow, just trying to see if he can maybe whiff him out with the Reaper Flames just taking him down, just flatten him like a pancake. There goes Yara. Mary gonna be up next as a Retribution Paladin. Can he do anything against the cheesiest rogue in the world, dude? Cheesiest rogue in all of EU. Also, can somebody do this for me? Can you guys do me a favor? You guys found the Demon Hunter, and I appreciate it. Can somebody find Yara, the rogue that's playing right now, on the Armory, and link it in Discord? I'd like to see what build he's playing. I want to see if he's playing the full Gushing build or setup or whatever. Mary's going to be up next, though. Mary, you should look from see what Krippers did, see what worked, what didn't, and try to see if you might be able to play around it. That's going to be kidney shot by Yara into Garrote. Does go for a Hodge. It's going to be a tank chicken up and running, though. It's quite a bit of damage. The Yara is going to count himself a reset. And looks like he actually is going to, yeah, clean reset off of that one. I thought maybe Mary might have a dot or two. Maybe like a proc from Azeroth or something like that. Flame, maybe. Does anybody play Flame as a passive at all, ever? Then you're good. He'll 1v5 us, we're all dead. I believe in you guys. I believe in you. Maybe Iwashi will be able to kill him. He's an outlaw. Well, actually, Outlaw probably loses to Assassination. But maybe Yara will make a misplay. Never really know, right? Corruptions were a mistake. Maybe. Kidney shot by Yara. Bop immediately by Mary, not even letting Yara get a setup. But that is a big defensive out of the Paladin. And Yara does go for a full reset there. BFA was a mistake. Oh, man. So Mary is going to have a human racial coming back up in about 20 seconds or so. Yeah, about 20 seconds or so. When the timer hits 30, that's when he gets cooldowns back. Or gets a trinket back in like 10 seconds now. Getting a shout into Mary. As Yara is going in for a bit of a setup. Hodge does not trinket it. As Mary does not pop wings though. And he has an orc, so he doesn't set those stuns long whatsoever. Wings are up and running for Mary. Yara going in for a big tank trinket. It's looking like he's just going to get away from Mary. Popping in a blind just to make sure he gets a clean reset. No bubble out of Mary, but that is a blessing. Oh, Shield of Vengeance. That shield should pop. Yara tried to see if he might be able to catch up on heals or two. I don't know if he got hit by Shield of Vengeance. Looks like he did not. Did not put him in combat. Actually, I don't even know if it normally will put him in combat. But it's going to be yet another go open up by the rogue. Landing like a rogue. Kid is out onto Marion. Train coming out for Mary though. Trying to send it along. He's going to have to bubble this. And Yara is just going to go for a reset. Actually, just pop an evasion. I guess he realized Mary doesn't really have a lot going on. So he's just going to wait it out. Trinkets out of that Hodge. As Mary got some wings up and running. Maybe he could make a play here. Does not have a Hodge for Yara though. Yara popping in Cloak and just looking to sprint out of there. Not even looking to finish off Mary. He's playing it super, super careful. Actually, like the least greediest person alive. As we hit on that 12%, 12-minute mark and 41% dampener here, boys. And Yara with a wound poison tagging on, what, 30% more 40% more healing reduction? This is going to make it quite tough. There he goes for another opener. His team just started doing a little. Oh man, the team is just doing a little parade of their own. With the Mage Lack leading the charge and a big old. Is that Brutosaur, I guess? What would you call that thing? Tonka Beast? What would you call those things actually? Gorgon Mount? Gorger? Something like that, right? Getting a shout out to Miriam. I think Miriam might be actually out of a cold cooldowns at this point. I think Yara got him. Maybe with a big old Reaping Flames to finish it off. Does have a Shield of Vengeance to the end. I mean, Yara could honestly just stick around. That Shield of Vengeance pop. Maybe come out, Reaping Flames him. Maybe perfect opportunity. He's playing this super carefully, but Mary can't actually do anything about it. He actually can't do anything about it. He's slowed, so he can't chase after the rogue. He has poisons on him and dots that are going to proc Azeroth like they did just now. There's just not a lot you can really do. You watch it. It's going to be up to you, man. The Outlaw Rogue versus Yara. He's going to have to play against the Assassination Rogue as best as possible, man. Popping in a... Oh, he's going to play the corner strat. Yara is actually going to stick around to see him feel confident, landing the kidney shot onto Yawashi. That's going to be big damage. Vendetta and everything to follow. Yawashi does he have a full setup. There's going to be tank trigger right now. Yawashi does pop in a Cloak of Shadows. And I think Yara might just stick around with him. He's looking like he wants to walk next to a pillar. He's going to be disarmed by the Outlaw Rogue. Stun to follow. Big Dress by Yawashi. Trying to see if he can make a play. Parry to follow on that evasion. Yara can still get the poisons on through. Onto Yawashi, at least he's able to build combo points. Getting a shot onto Yawashi. Looks like he's going to hit with the Reaping Flames. Big damage trinket by Yawashi. Blind into Yara. Yara does have a trinket. Yawashi, though, is still dotted up. Is still bleeding out. This is just might be a proxy to kill him right here, boys. Nah, he got himself a sippy cup. Does he have a second sippy cup? Does he have a second sippy cup by any chance? He does have a vanish. As he goes and open onto Yara, he might be able to make something happen. Cheap shot, gonna trick it out of him immediately. Into another stun to follow, trying to get slows onto Yara. And that's gonna be a bike onto Yara. Kidney shot onto Yawashi. It looks like he's gonna finish him. He did his very best, man. He did his very, very best. Honestly, that's a hard one. That's a tough one. Maybe you should have thrown a blind maybe a little early. Double sippy cup would have probably done it, honestly. Well, 58% AP 59 barely does any healing, but maybe that would have been the play. There's going to be immediate trigger by Tran. Missing that Lexium though. Oh, unfortunate. So you gotta play perfectly against Yara, but between him, the tank trinket on the middle on cooldown, the sprints, the slows from crippling poison, the wound poison that is just there for extra value, the dots that are proccing all the Azerites and corruptions, whatever he wants he's got going on. I mean, it's kind of a hard matchup, honestly. Actually, legitimately hard matchup to beat. That's gonna be just a hit and run strat, and maybe Tran might be able to take him down, dude. I mean, 15 minutes, 60% dampening. The Rogue is not going to get any more healing. Vendetta coming out for Yara. Tran could maybe get a big old setup on him if he's able to catch up to the guy. He's actually going to go for heals instead. That's going to be a Karma. Maybe might be able to get some big damage to Yara. Blind as soon as he sees that Karma. And with Tran not getting a trinket for about 30 more seconds, I think this might be done and done. Yara? You're taking a selfie with a guy? Oh my goodness. Who is this dude? Cheap shot, go road, getting the full setup into a mark for death, kidney shot. Tran, maybe? Nah, but that tank trinket, there's not a lot you can do. That's just an extra defensive room to rotate, and that's gonna be it, man. Throw in a bike, Fist of Fury, everything, down you go. That was the longest, most long-winded duel, and the Rogue won 5-0, dude, without any challenge in sight. And the thing is, he didn't really do much. He just popped the tank trinket, which gave him a lot of survivability. Are you Gushings? He's also playing Gushings. Oh my goodness. So let's go road, Gushings, Reaping Flames. Oh my god. Reaping Flames and Gushings, man. Illidan is the only guy that actually took some Garou damage. Wait, no, Aki. Reaping Flames on Yawashi. But then again, he didn't get to let those dots sit on him and fester for a while. Oh my goodness. What a fun build. Now, I actually have a full gushing build of my own, boys. I have a full gushing build of my Rogue. I feel like I should bring it into tomorrow's Duels, yeah? Wouldn't it be so fun watching me run around pillar? Ring around the rosy. Pocket full of posies. Gushings, gushings, you're all gonna die. God damn, dude. God damn. If I make a big enough fuss about it, we can get it nerfed again, boys. Easily. Let's do it. Let's make a big enough fuss and nerf it again. I don't think they're gonna nerf it. With them nerfing versatility by a hair, the Conflict of Strive 100% Versa meta is just gone, so now you might as well go for more damage. Do Krager, please. Dude, it's 7:05. I gotta get some food in me. That was a long one, man. If I said it was gonna be a short duel, we'll get 2 of them. But if we get long ones, that's gonna be the last one. Hardware and Pillar were the last ones, man. Hopefully some of you had maybe a modicum of fun. maybe even a little bit of fun. Hey, I'm glad you guys participate. Yeah, Keisuke, man. Keisuke, be here every Friday, man. I like you making groups. I like this shit. We can have you duel a ton, man. Please Kaga versus Pelor. Nah, boys, I gotta get food, man. I am beat. I literally took a nap before the stream, man. I've been exhausted. I gotta get some food. I gotta get some videos worked on. I want to get some arenas played. I need to get my dailies done. There's so much shit I gotta do, man. And there's so much Shadowland stuff to work on. I just recorded 2 hours of Boomkit footage. I gotta parse through that. And then I want to record some Rogue footage, too. And I got so much dungeon footage. Oh, boys, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff for me to take a look at. All right. We'll take care of that. We'll take care of that later. We'll take care of all that. How does that sound? All right, boys. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Tomorrow we got ourselves some 5v5 1v1 duels over on the NA. Be there, support your NA brethren for some motherfucking 5v5 1v1 duels. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I had fun. Actually, I thought we had a couple of good games in here. I really much enjoyed them. That's going to be a joy to look back through them. Very, very fun. But what are the nerf Versa for warriors that didn't nerf Gushing for DHs? So the nerf Versa for all classes, mostly for the Conflict of Strife stacking. Because you can get massive amounts of Versa, and when you get stunned with Conflict of Strife, you would just super giga tanky. So people were getting like 100% Versa, so that's about 100% damage reduction just because you got stunned. Versa is still good if you're trained, if you're the target, but Versa is not as good if you're not the target. Unless for some classes, Versatility is just the best stat. Gushing right now is looking like the stronger option for a lot of other classes, especially dot heavy classes, just to put up a lot of pressure. Or unless you're Destro, I think Mastery is a decent choice. But everybody else runs either Versatility or Gushings. Or I think Haste if you're a Holy Priest, and Mastery if you are a Destro. And then Red Dance Slappers. I think it's about all the weapons that everybody, the corpses people are running right now that are like really, really good. Maybe we'll have more builds at some point. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all, you boys, next stream. Peace.